Jake,
Mhm.
Fred. Jack, I mean, not Jake, Jack. God, I can't remember his name half the time. That's crazy.
You get used to it. Did he do all right by himself?
Well, I pooped all over the floor, but yeah. Because he was sleeping and I didn't let him out.
Well, you probably have to make sure you let him out before you go anywhere.
He hey Brenda.
What's up, Brenda?
Another day, another
Hey,
quarter.
how you doing, Joe?
I woke up early at least.
I did too at
I'll-
5:30.
I'm gonna kick you. Go.
I've been up
No.
since 3:30.
You just got eggs. You got grits.
I'm
You
gonna, I'm
got
gonna
your
try and get I'm gonna try and get Jack to go outside real fast. Carry on, guys. Want to go outside? Want to go potty?
Then hell no.
No?
Are you crazy? I'm inside warm and you want me to go outside in the cold?
Well, he already. The problem is Paul went to go fly his ship, and when he came back, he had shit all over the floor. So I think he already went to the bathroom.
All right. Yeah. Did he go out?
No.
Oh, because he went to the bathroom already when you were gone.
Yeah, when I was out doing the ship, over at nighttime, I found 4 different piles of poop in the bedroom.
You might have to just start kind of forcing him to go out there and stay out for a little bit at a time. You know, make him stay out there for 20 minutes or so.
Well, it's so freaking cold, you know?
He'll be fine
Well,
for 20 minutes or so.
Well, let me ask you, what are you feeding him?
Kibble is a little bit of rice.
I'd cut the rice back.
Maybe yeah, because his digestive could be different because
I'm almost out of rice now anyway, but it wasn't loose stools, it was just regular stools.
I should give him the kibbles because that's what he's used to.
Yeah, because they probably weren't feeding him.
I guarantee you they weren't making rice for him.
Oh no.
No, not unless he was on a special diet or something.
Yeah, and I wouldn't give him, like I said, I wouldn't give him any rice. I wouldn't give him any, since he's come from town like that, I would not give him anything different than like a kibbles or something what they were feeding him. For the longest time, mine never got any tables though. And I don't know what started it. I gave him something one day and then I just kept giving it. And I used to never give my dogs treats. Never gave him anything like anything out of my plate. And he just went to he just used the paper because he in the hallway scratching like a bull and let me know. So he'll be in here barking at me again. To say, hey, I went to the bathroom, I want a treat. No.
Well, he's just gotta figure out what times he likes to go to the bathroom though, too.
Well,
Yeah, that's the big thing.
in the directions, it said I was supposed to put him out every 2 to 4 hours. And he went and laid down last night at about 8 o'clock and then didn't get up until after I left this morning to go get a shift.
Yeah, but he'll get on a regular schedule of when he wants to go to the bathroom, and you just have to figure that out.
Go. I know you did. Go. Yeah, he's telling me I need a treat. I went to the bathroom. No. You didn't give me the treat when I went to the bathroom this morning.
Joe cracks me up. So
Up at 3 o'clock this morning, I was cold. I walked in, my air conditioner kicked. I got it on a timer. I forgot to set it last night. And it cut off at like 2. So I was like 68 inside. So I got up, walked to the front, and I had to stop walking because I had 4 little piles too.
Ah,
No.
Why is
And
Russell's comment pinned and not your link?
Yeah, it is.
You pinned Russell's comment instead of your link.
yeah.
If you just pin the link, it should replace it. Go to the link and then hit pin.
Too many buttons.
I don't know. Did you actually print that statue of TJ? He's asking about it in the chat.
Right here.
Oh, there's TJ.
And on the front it says TJ Giggled FPV. Look
He'll
at
like
it, TJ.
that.
You see it?
TJ, I like that.
I'm gonna make sure Johnny has it to bring it down when he comes to Florida.
Yeah, bring it to him.
I'll make sure Johnny has it to bring it to you. And I bought, I went on last night, I found a pill box. Cause I keep my pills, I make them a week at a time, so I don't have to go fooling with them. And I need to go get another one. I get them from the dollar store. But I was on Maker World last night, and let me show you the one I found. See if I don't think I made a what you call copy. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll bring the STL file up to show you. So I'm gonna print this when I get the new filament. So I went to buy wood grain, the wood color filament,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to pay $29 for filament. But I looked at it, I said, you know what? Let me see what other color would look good. And I thought about something. I said marble. And they have a marble filament that looks like marble.
Oh, really?
So that was $16 on sale, and it's the PLA Plus, normally $20-something. So I bought it. I'm gonna make the other statues that I make out of that marble instead. I think it'll look pretty cool. But this is gonna be my new pill bottle, pill box.
It's a casket.
Yeah, it's Sunday through Sunday, and then if you look over here, it's got AM PM on it. So I'm gonna make me a marble casket, and that's gonna be my pills.
Wow.
So I thought it was pretty cool.
It's cool in a morbid kind of way, but yes.
I know when I have it on my counter, my son walked over, he goes, what the hell, you got a casket up here? It's in my pill box. I gotta find out who in the family takes a lot of pills and make them each one.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be easier to put them in there because it just, the whole top comes off. With the other one, you gotta open them one at a time, and it's hard to put the pills in sometimes. I found something else. Let me show you what else I found that I'm gonna make. I don't know when I'm gonna make it. I've been looking at the Bamboo site. Bamboo's got some cool stuff that's on theirs that I don't see anywhere else. Yeah. I had got out the program. Let me get back in the program. It's easier to show it that way.
Hey,
I'm
man,
gonna make-
props. Akitro. Giggles.
This right here. Hey, Lloyd.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Lloyd.
make this right here. It's a base, it's a turning wheel, it's a little city, right?
Oh,
That's automobiles that, and on the inside there's a little track. And what happens is you put on each one of these, you put one of these posts, and it goes into the cars. And then there's a train, 3 different cars right here, and you put it in here. It's a little bitty city with a train, and you got a little wheel, and you turn it, and the train goes around and the cars go around.
Wow.
And I'll make
Wow.
one of those and give it to my granddaughter.
Lloyd, did you see his new pill container he's printing?
yeah, I saw it just as I was coming in. Hey,
It's
Mark.
It's kind
Hey, Lloyd, Paul.
of morbid, you know?
Yeah, it's but you got to remember where he lives. You know, they're all
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah, they're into that kind of stuff. Louisiana.
Right there.
You're not worried about the little parts and stuff?
Now I'm gonna glue it together so they don't come apart.
Oh, is that that's a pillbox, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, for
Oh,
pillow,
that's
AM, PM.
kind of cool.
I know, that's what I thought.
That's what I need to take my pills when I come down to Florida. I can put them in my coffin and that.
Yeah. It's got a AM and a PM, different sides.
The
Yeah,
AM, PM
yeah.
one just gives you a week at a time. That's gonna be cool. Okay. I mean, I bought filament that looks like marble.
Oh,
he's gonna,
yeah.
He's gonna do it in marble.
Yeah. Well, I've
me show you.
been messing around with some stuff, and let's see. I don't know if that'll focus on it or not. Let me do this.
Oh yeah.
I just got to
Yeah.
figure out how to make the damn thing round, and then I'll be happy. This one here, I did what's called ironing.
Yeah.
I did another one that wasn't quite as. It was still. See, that one wasn't quite as smooth as the first one, or as the
Right.
first one I showed. So, but I did ironing on it, and it came out okay. I just got to figure out how to make the damn things round in my editor. So.
Well, Lloyd, did you see Joe showed his sculpture of TJ?
I just caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't actually see the whole thing.
There it is.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah. Need to put this on full screen. so I
And
can
Johnny's
actually
going
see
to
that
take it down to the
down to South Florida
meetup.
meetup. Yeah.
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 You should have had it in the thinker pose.
But yeah. Yeah, I've been farting around printing stuff. Oh yeah, yeah.
And Joe
Yeah, it
said
is.
it
It's
was
like a
on
granite.
sale, right? The marble? Joe, you're muted.
Yeah, he said it was like $16 or something for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is.
$16.99. That's not bad.
Yeah, and shoot, I was getting ready to buy the wood one for $29 when I saw this one. And this is the best part. I was looking at not this site. It's one of the site. I thought it was this site. They've got a special, oh, it's a different brand. Hold on, I put it in my list. Go find it.
Pop out chat so I can.
Yeah, look at this stuff right here. I'm gonna have to spend $100
Hey, TJ.
eventually. Right here. 4 spools, right? 4 spools, you ready?
Yeah,
PLA plus, $52.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, that gives you all the different bright colors, right?
Yeah.
And if you go down here, like this one here, I like this one. You get the white, the black, the gray, and the translucent for the same thing, $52.
Yeah.
So I get $100, I get 8 rolls. And it's PLA plus. And
Yeah.
I've used that before. It's pretty good stuff. Your logo,
Yeah.
your Lego. And
Elegant.
they've got all kinds of different. You want to buy all black, all white.
Yep.
You want
I've
like
used
this?
their stuff. It's good stuff. And I
Yeah,
always use PLA plus.
Yeah,
Either-
I've been buying straight PLA, but if I can get $52 like that, I'm gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I do. I wait for a bundle to come on and then I order it as a bundle. And but I do, yeah, I just use PLA plus or like these are actually printed on I just have it. They're black only because that's what I had in it and I didn't feel like changing. These are just test tiles anyways, but this is PLA professional and it's made for high speed printers. That's the one thing you want to look at. That's why the plus is good. But I always
Right.
try to find one that's for high speed printers because even though now the M5 isn't quite the fastest on the market anymore, but it still goes plenty fast.
M5 isn't as fast as a bamboo.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I printed these. Of course, these are just one color and they're squares. And I had Mel print up a prototype for me because he has the bamboo P series, the P1.
yeah.
And he said it took him an hour to print them. I'm thinking, all right, that's a little on the slow side. So, but that's like probably the third thing he's printed, and the first thing he ever did multicolor. So, let me see if I don't know if I've got it or not. Yeah.
It was cold last night. It got down to 22.
Oh, jeez. You guys are
It
having
was
heat
cold
spell.
down here.
It got down to 2 last night here. It's only 5 degrees now.
Well, we're at 30 right now. It's actually gonna go up to 53 today. But then tonight it's going back down to 22.
Let's see if I can share this. There we go.
There you go.
Did that pop? Oh, I'm on the wrong window again. Anyways, that's a coin that I have him working on. It's going to be done in, oh, there it is. All right. How do I stop sharing? Oh, there we go. Stop sharing. Yeah, but anyways, that's, I'm going to do, it's going to be, I think, a gray background with red, white, and blue in it.
Yeah.
So, and then YouTube colors, but he doesn't have a lot of, yeah.
I made that like that.
Yeah, how'd
then
you
on the
make
back-
that?
Well, Tinkercad. I did it
Tinkercad.
all in Tinkercad. But I made it like that with USA Drone Fly YouTube. Then on the back, I've got a sticker that fits on them.
Right.
And I actually, this one I made it with this just to make sure it worked. I had this in there. But then
Right.
the ones I make, I'm trying to think where they at. The ones I make are red, white, and blue. I got them back here in one of these cases. Look at that one. Found the case somewhere. Oh, it's this case right here. Right, it's in the case underneath all of this.
Oh,
Nope, not that
Nope.
case.
not that case. I go over to Mel's and he's working on cars and he's modifying a truck that I had bought here the end of last year, an RC truck, and he put a lift kit in it, so it's like well, not necessarily, it's an electric, it goes up and down like a lowrider.
Ah,
And he'd done all that well, and mine was the first one he'd done, so what he learned off of mine, he went back and he figured out how to upgrade it. So I had to take a spare body I had over to him, and I took my truck, and he's upgrading it now, and he's just like Joe, though. He knows right where it's at until he goes to look for it, and then he can't find it again.
No, I knew it was back. I knew where it was. It was back here. Cause I had to figure out what case it was in.
Ah, yeah,
But if you look at the side, it's red,
Right.
white, and blue, right?
yeah, yeah,
And then when you look at it, on an angle,
right.
you can see the blue and the white in the inside.
Okay,
So it makes it red, white, and blue. And on the back got the sticker.
that's what I need to do right there.
Yeah, that's what I did. So when you look in there, you get the white and the blue, and it's red on the top.
Okay,
But that took some work
I'll bet.
to get it right, and then to sit there and slice it. So, and I put 12 on there at the time.
Right,
So I put the blue on it, let the blue, then I had to put the white, then I had to slice it a different spot to stop. Then I change them, and once you get it first time, it's fine. You just
Okay.
put it on there, and it takes about, I think it took for 12 of them. I think it took like a couple of hours,
right.
but it was like every about 30 minutes, it would stop on me for the first 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But
As a
they
matter
come
of
up-
fact, I have got some stickers this size right here. I may just do some squares like this and put a little hole in them like a keychain, keychain thing. And
I never thought
Uh,
about that.
yeah, I just was sitting here thinking of it, and I've got plenty of my stickers that I can put on back, and that's between watching what you're doing and me looking at it, that's like, yeah, that's an idea. I'll just drill holes in them and make
Well,
you
you don't even have to drill a hole in them. Go in Tinkercad
go
and
and
put your
Tinkercad,
little
put a
hook,
damn hole in it. Yeah, yeah.
put a little hook on the top to make it a keychain.
Ah, there you go.
Because they got the circles. You get a
Yep.
circle and bring the circle in there halfway and merge it together, and that's going to be a hook.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to learn all that crap on my own too.
Well, yeah, that's it. You can watch YouTube all day long, but each one they all have different printers and different, it's like,
Yeah, I never looked at YouTube for anything on Tinkercad. I
yeah.
went in and played with it.
Now there is a guy that back when I was doing this 4 or 5 years ago, I was using an Ender 3 it was a Chinese knockoff of a Chinese knockoff. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
One Chinese group stole from Ender, and this group stole from that other guy. So it's like I had a fake of a fake, but God, it was a nightmare. When I got this,
it was in this case.
okay.
This case here, that's the case that holds all the cards.
I
made like a baseball card.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got a new one this year that I just made. Johnny's giving them out on the show. It's Mardi Gras colors.
Oh,
Purple, green,
yeah.
and gold.
Yeah.
And it's the same card except for Mardi Gras. It says 2025 Series 2 Mardi Gras.
And how does a person go about getting one of those?
Well, I'm gonna give some to Johnny to bring down.
Sweet.
Give out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but he's got them on his show. He's got the exclusive. They're on
He's
his
got
show
the
in his
exclusive.
sticker packs. You want a sticker pack, you got them.
Yeah, I
And
haven't.
that
I
was the
haven't worked.
prototype, the first one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you want to keep that prototype. That's when you're dead and gone and your great grandkids are alive, they can show they've got the original.
Yeah, they could throw it in the landfill.
Yeah, that's what they probably do. That's what my kids
But
are
you see
going to
what
do.
I
They're
did?
going,
I make my cases. I make my cases like that. To
man,
just
I'm
stick
going to have
stuff
to
in.
start. I'm going to have to. Now, where'd you get that STL for it?
Uh, probably printables. And I just measured it out. And then I've got this one. This one I can't remember where I got it from. It says "Make America Great Again," right?
Yeah.
And when you go in here, it's got a Trump coin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I got that. I've got another one over here that's a big one like this. That's got all of the graded cards I've got of Trump. But I put
Okay.
that on the front, so I know it's a Trump one. But then
Yeah.
I've got like this one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you open it up, that's my stickers.
Your stickers.
So that's how I've got them set up in cases like that, so they're not laying all over the place.
Hey, if you think about it, toss in a couple stickers there to send down with Johnny, because I don't have one of your stickers.
I'll hook it up. I'll
At
hook
least,
you up. How about that?
all right.
I'll make a little care package for him to give to you.
Oh, that would be nice. I really need to get some sort of board and put all my stickers on because I have got so many stickers from people and I've won sticker packs, you know, from Johnny a couple of times. I quit entering for a while because it seemed like, well, last night on on Bill Thomas's show, he was giving away a kit card of
Yeah, I
a
saw
TIE
that.
fighter. Yeah, okay. Well, were you on there? Did you see how I ended up getting it? Brian from
Waypoint.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
give it to Lloyd.
Give it to Lloyd. Yeah, I was like, when he first
Yeah.
said I'd won it, and I thought, well, I didn't win. I went back up there and I was off by one number, but it's like I didn't win. And he kept saying I won it. And finally, I said, well, all right, I'll take it. Thanks. Because that's Lon Denard started calling me the prize dumpster a long time ago. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you don't want it, send it to Lloyd.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was watching the show last night. I was doing something else. And that's when he gave it out. I didn't even see him give it up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I missed it. I put 22, and then a little while later, Brian put 23. And
Yeah,
I knew I should have. When I started in the 20s, I should have just gone numerically on up. But anyway, let me bring this. Let me get the hell's it pop
But
out?
Maker World, if you go in Maker World and you just
Yeah.
look through their stuff, they got some nice stuff on Maker World. It's better than the stuff on on Printable.
Yeah. Well, I go to Things, THANGS,
Yeah, I've gone on that too.
and they cover everybody. They usually, but there's a few guys, man, they have some nice prints, but then they want you to join and become part of their little club for $10
Yeah,
a
no.
month. And I looked at that, I thought, I don't need their stuff. I can find it elsewhere.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now I've got my temperature set on 75 degrees in here right now, right?
Uh-huh.
It's 31 degrees outside right now.
Yeah.
It's freaking cold in it.
Well, I have yeah, Don, I saw we're getting up into the 60s next week. But yeah, it's definitely it was cold today. We said, we're like I think I saw that we're like 30 degrees below normal or 40 degrees below normal for this time of year. Yeah, I went to sleep right after Bill's show. I went in there, laid down, and I was out. I woke up at 1 o'clock, got up, did the old man shuffle down the hall and came back, went back to sleep. woke up again. I've been up since 4:30 this morning because I couldn't go back to sleep.
Wow.
So I just been waiting for your show to come on, Paul. I've been checking about I'd watch something for a little while and then
Yeah.
I'd come back and oh, he's not on. Like he
Just doing
starts at
my
8.
show.
Oh, I called him. I was just calling to see how you're doing. I haven't heard from you in a couple days.
They were showing the Audubon Institute,
Well, he's
On-
been acting
on
kind of
Fox 8,
finicky. I don't know if he, I
and the
think
guy,
he missed you.
it brought a king cake, right?
Right?
So they got the king cake up there, and it's a cricket king cake.
I might come down a little bit later.
It's from the Audubon Institute Insectarium.
Oh, okay.
So they bake crickets in it, you know? No. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Now, I've been there, and they have,
How'd
a
that
place
go?
where you can buy snacks and stuff, and you can buy crickets, ants, all this other stuff that they cook up. And the crickets aren't that bad.
Oh,
You know, but
I
I
thought,
wouldn't do it in the
thought
king cake.
it was, you had to take the pregnant one.
Oh, that's my daughter.
Okay.
You know, his conversation sounds
Oh, she
interesting.
can go into labor any day now.
Oh, I meant to
That's-
ask him how. Yeah, I don't think he knows. He didn't mute his mic.
Yeah, some of his conversations are scary.
Come here, Jack. Come on.
Oh, Brian. Oh, hello, Brian. Yes, again, thank you for that TIE fighter.
Wow.
I'm trying to work out a deal with my son to get one of his printers because he's got he's got a couple of the A1s and or he's got an A1 mini and then I could just buy the AMS Lite to go with it, you know, and I'd still be cheaper than buying a combo because I've got the Avata 1 and he'd like that. And I thought, well, you know, I said, we'll work out a trade on something here a while back. And I thought,
I looked around and come right back in again.
So on October 10th at the Caesars Superdome, you ready for this?
uh-huh,
Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks.
Oh, that'd be good.
that would be Stevie
That's
Nicks for
interesting.
sure. Yeah. Of course, I haven't seen what Stevie Nicks looks like now. So,
Now, if Christy Brinkley was there doing Uptown Girl, maybe I'd go.
It's as much
Yeah,
as he
yeah,
gets
yeah,
used to him
yeah.
as he's getting used to me. You
oh,
know?
no, yeah, she's aging well. Yeah,
Oh,
Christy
yeah.
Brinkley is still.
Cindy
Okay.
Crawford, Lord help me.
Yeah. Cindy
Cindy
Yeah.
Crawford was here at Rooms to Go
Well, yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's been looking up
doing
the
a
ramp door.
promotion.
like
Right.
you
I
want
went there
out
just to look
there,
at her.
you know?
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah. She's aged real well.
no,
He don't know the world out there.
no, no.
I muted him.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
You
think
don't
he
know what-
realized he wasn't muted.
you may be making a date.
You never know.
You muted.
He's like me. He's got 6 windows open up and got to figure out. I see. I've got my laptop monitor and
Where's the
We don't-
window?
there you go.
There's the window.
there it is.
You got too many windows set up, Bob.
I know.
I'm the same way. I'm sitting here like, okay, I've got my browser open and then I brought up the pop-up menu or the pop-up chat so I could read what's in the chat. Over here. On my laptop, I've got my slicer opened up. So if I decide to do a print, I can do it. And I just got too many windows and two screens is too much for me. It seems like it's nice to have, but
Yeah, you know, I find myself getting a little frustrated and I end up clicking the wrong thing, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Lloyd, Joe's got a question for you. Joe Fodolio.
oh,
You want to know if that was you or somebody from your hat?
wait a minute. Let's see, what is it? Where is it? Good morning. Question for Lloyd. Did you actually come and watch my maiden flight video of the new build, or was that from a hack? I think I saw it. No, I think that was me. Because I remember it now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me. I have been hacked, but I don't think my YouTube has been hacked. So, no, I'm pretty sure it popped up. It popped up. I can't remember when I watched it, but I think because I was probably like the first or second one on there, if I'm not mistaken. So, well, you're welcome, Joe. I don't always get to watch everybody's stuff. I've got so many people I follow,
Yeah, you
and
are. God, it stinks, dog.
I feel bad because a lot of the guys subscribe to me, but I don't. Yep, that was that was me. I remember it now. I had to stop and think, but yeah, you're
The
quite
sun-
welcome. I mean, sorry I don't get into watch your stuff more often, but I kind of I just jump around. I don't know what I'm going to watch each day. I've been getting God, it's getting sad. I know I'm an old man now. I'm getting hooked on these damn shorts of cats and dogs. You know, watching puppies and kittens doing silly stuff. Like I sit there for 30 minutes and think, man, that's 30 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. Why did I waste it? Short after short, I just keep rolling them through. Ah, how's he doing?
Well, he went in and he went to sleep in the living room on the couch, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't disturb him. And I woke up this morning, there was poop in the bedroom.
Uh-oh.
It says in the directions to let him out every 2 to 3 hours. You know?
Yeah, till he gets acclimated to it. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It wasn't diarrhea or anything, but it was just clumps, you know.
yeah. Was it in your bedroom?
Yeah.
He probably come in to try and get your attention and you was asleep and he had to do his business.
Well, I don't sleep in the bedroom. That's just the spare bedroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right, Jack? Yeah.
Look at that face.
You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, such a good boy. Yes, you are.
He's just
Yeah.
tasting you. He's just tasting you. Make sure what you're gonna taste like when he eats you.
You're a good boy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Yes, you are.
I wouldn't be hugging on him until you get used to you.
Why?
You don't do that with a dog until there you go. He's giving you some rubbing loving.
He's nuzzling me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but let him get really used to it. Don't pull on him yet. Give him about a week. Especially when you get around their face like that. It doesn't take much. Remember, I used to
Yeah.
train the big ones. Let him do it on his terms. About a week from now, you'll be able to pull on his ear and everything.
Yeah.
Because that's like Loki. Loki is still on his terms.
Yeah, I've Ranger. He was trained anyway, so he comes up and he nudges me. He wants to be. When I get up, he lays over on Judy's side of the bed, and the little girl, she lays up in bed on Judy's side of the bed. So when I get up, she's wanting to go. If she's wanting to get down to go take care of business, she comes over and starts pawing me, and she's got them little needle-like nails. It's like, but she wakes me up. It gets my attention. So I put her down. And when I go over, and she always has to get off on Judy's side of the bed. She won't come over and get off on my side. So I have to get up, walk around, put her down on the floor. And when I do it, I always reach down and pet Ranger just to make sure, let him know that he's still part of the family. He's not going to be excluded from anything. So
Yep.
I will be back in a minute.
Well, you should have perfected the getting her down from your side of the bed. It's called a push.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're spoiled. That's all I can say. They're spoiled. Funny thing is she can jump up on the bed, but she can't get down.
Down.
Yeah.
Now her brother, he's stockier built, he can jump off the bed, but he's too fat or he's too pudgy. He's not really fat. He's just got short legs. He can't jump up on the bed, but he can jump down.
Yeah,
And she's got the thin, delicate legs, and she doesn't like to jump down like that. So,
precious.
which is probably good because she'd probably break a leg jumping from it. Because I got a king size bed. It's a sleigh bed, and it's got the extra high mattress. There's days
Yeah.
it's hard for. Well, Judy, I had to have steps for Judy to even get up into it. You know, she
I
couldn't
got a
get into
step
the
to
bed.
get into mine. What you talking about?
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I just about need them for mine too. So I'll be
Yeah,
right
I
back,
need it.
gentlemen.
Yeah, I put the hide bed together because I didn't want the dogs jumping up there. Especially Loki. Loki will jump up there and because when it was lower, he'd jump up there, come up next to me, rub on me, lay there, and if I touched him, he'd growl at me. Like, it's my bed, get out of my bed. He started growling at me because he wanted to be in his spot.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I could just roll at night and touch him, and he. So I said, hell with y'all. I put a platform.
yeah.
Okay.
But Loki's got his attitude where he'll come up to me and he'll want me to pick him up and everything, but then all of a sudden he'll growl at me like, that's up enough. I've had enough. And he's the only one. I've only been bitten twice in my lifetime, even raising shepherds. All the stuff we used to do to them, never
Yeah.
had any. Now, one of my shepherds grabbed me by the hand one time, and she bit down a little bit, but it didn't break the skin because she had got hit by a car, and I was cleaning her up, and she didn't like what I was touching.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, "You're the one that was out in the street. You better get your mouth off my hand." And she let go. But I've been bit by two dogs. Like I said, Loki was one of them. He got me when he was maybe about 13, 14 weeks old. I reached out and he turned around and snapped my finger. Just caught me. I got a picture of me showing him the finger with the blood on it. Where he caught me right here.
Oh, yeah.
Right there on my hand. And then Cleo was laying down. She was about 3 months old, 4 months old. And she's laying down. And I reached over and went to pet her. And she was sleeping. I didn't realize it. And she turned around and grabbed me. And when she turned around and grabbed me, she looked at me and she just kind of turned her head like, oh, shit.
Oops.
Like this.
Yeah.
And she drew blood. And the reason they drew blood is because they got their little pin teeth.
Yeah. Well, it's like my arms. For Judy, I actually had to buy her some fingerless leather gloves because the puppies love to come over and scratch at her, and her skin was so thin that just a little bit, and she was just couldn't keep the puppies in, and they do me. They'll come up to get my attention, and right now this is probably the longest I've gone without I got a couple scratches, and that's all. Usually, hey Don,
Hi, guys.
she just crawl
Hey,
out of
Donald.
bed.
Well, I've noticed I'm getting old man hair.
Yeah, you are.
I saw a picture. I got a picture of my hair the other day, and I'm used to just seeing and I got a view from a different side, and it reminded me of my dad's hair, and I got old man hair.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ah,
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Welcome to the club, right, Lloyd?
Yep, absolutely.
and
That
I
one
know,
time.
I know. At least it's hair, but
Yeah.
At least you
and it's
got it.
still relatively.
Yeah, it could be like Johnny.
It's still
Yeah.
relatively dark, but
Well, the other thing that's going to happen, Don, is the hair's going to start growing out of your ears more than on your head.
oh, I got a trimmer, but I noticed it was kind of thin, and especially
Uh-huh.
when I've just got up in the morning, it's wet, and
Yep.
and I can see it's
Yeah. I think it's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and all your chest hair starts turning silver as well.
I don't have a lot of chest hair, so we're good.
It could be like Johnny, he gets up in the morning and he waxes it.
He does put a nice shine on it, though. You got to admit, he
He buffs it in the morning.
gets that good buffing going. Yeah.
And it's not that I'm an egotistical person. It's just,
Oh wow.
every once in a while you see a picture of yourself and you don't realize that's how you look.
I'll be
Well,
right back.
All right.
It's when they take a picture of you from above and you start seeing the bald patch in the middle of it.
Well, that was one that got me is when I was
yeah. Mine's
shooting
getting
video
a little-
yesterday. I caught a shot of me from a different angle than straight
Right.
on, like you see yourself in the mirror. And I saw my hair from like a different. Oh,
Yep. Yeah, it's me. I've noticed that when I go to comb it now, it's like, oh my God, it's starting to get a little thin there on top. And I'm not. The rest of my family's already bald headed. I've got more hair than just. I think I got more hair than most of them all put together. I don't know. My youngest son, his hair started filling back in, but a little bit.
I'm sorry, Lloyd, but me coming on here saying, "Man, I saw this picture and it made me feel old," and then you saying, "Yeah, Don, I'm in the same boat with you," didn't make me feel any younger.
That's got to pay you back for yesterday.
Well, I'm sorry, Don. It sucks getting old. I just hate that for you.
You're like, Don, just climb on in the boat.
Exactly. Yeah. Here's an anchor.
Actually, no, climb on the ice floe. They're getting ready to push us
Yeah.
out to sea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paul's out
I
there
thought he got a
shoveling the
snowblower
snow.
working.
Yeah. Well, at least he
He
was
said
good
he got a
enough.
snowblower working. Why not use it?
Well,
Hey,
And Lloyd, hearing you talk about watching shorts of dogs and
Yeah.
I waste time and it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? And then I come on these streams like this. It's like, what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you're just punching in the clock to end out your days. What the hell? We got to get out and we got to start living, Lloyd.
Well, when it's
Let-
5 degrees outside,
Hey, we're supposed to get good. We're supposed to get good weather next week, up to 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of on a stoppage on the Doom buggy thing right now because I've got to paint. Is my next step,
Oh, yeah.
and I got to wait for the temperatures. It's too cold, even in the garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But next weekend's supposed to be in the 60s, so hopefully, if it holds out,
Yeah. I hope it does. Yeah. Well,
I'll be able to get out and
I wasn't expecting the snow we got. And of course, my street has not been, it hasn't melted off or anything. It's still just solid out there on my street, but we're a side street. So
yeah, our road today is solid water.
water, I wouldn't mind. I'm glad Paul at least put the camera on. So if something happens, we can,
No, I don't like it when it rains. I don't fancy going out for a cigarette.
yeah, well, I'm going to have to get out of the house today. I'm running out of groceries. Although I could do what I've done before, I can just order it from Walmart and have them deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may do that. I may send in an order to Walmart.
Most of our supermarkets do delivery.
Yeah, well, I get so frustrated when I do go to Walmart, which I hate to go to, but when I go there, in
I always spend twice as much as you were actually going to spend because you see
Yeah.
things as you walk round. See, oh, that looks all right.
yeah. Well, and then the other thing is you can't get down the aisles with your shopping cart because all of those home shopper people have got all their buggies and they're filling up all their orders and it's like, well, okay.
Yeah, that is the one thing that annoys me about doing an order like that.
Mm-hmm.
The person who's going round the aisles picking up what you're ordered
Right.
isn't looking at the sell by dates and picking the longest date for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, although I ordered, here a while back when we had some bad weather, I ordered some milk and they actually got, it was, I ended up drinking it all before the sell by date was over. So it's like they actually did a good job on mine. And a couple of times they've gotten it right. I've never had they've never given me the spoiled stuff yet.
Oh,
Knock
milk doesn't
on
last
wood.
very- I get a 4 pinter of milk every 2 days.
Pints. It's like a half gallon.
Yeah, 4 pints. Yeah,
4 pints. I had to stop. Been a while since I've pints.
it's actually more than your half gallon because
Oh.
our pint is 20. Your pint is 16.
Oh, that's right. You guys got you've got the imperial measurement.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and your pint,
You still have 8 pints to a gallon.
yeah,
Because your pints aren't as big as ours, so your gallon's still smaller than ours. It's about 3.8 litres, where ours is 4.5 litres.
yeah. I forgot you guys have the imperial gallon.
I think it's
They haven't gone metric on stuff like that yet.
15 to 20 would be 4/5, wouldn't it? So your pint is 0.8 of our pint,
Right.
which means your gallon's 0.8 of our gallon. So all your mileage for your cars is totally different to our mileage in your cars.
Yeah.
The extended forecast here Tuesday. It's going to be a beautiful day, around 67 degrees, which is thank you, Lord, because I got team pictures that day outside.
Joe,
What's up, Lance?
fight me.
I love
It's North Shore track pictures, right? We shoot the team picture outside in the stands. The first year I shot them, they had 42 people. Second year I shot them, they had 47 people. Last year they had 97 people.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
It went from 40 to 97 because I brought him 50 envelopes, and he called me the same day. He said, I need 50 more. I said, what do you need 50 more for? What happened to him? He said, no, I got 100 kids. I said, whoa, wait a minute. And this year I ran it. He's a basketball referee. I ran into him at the Hannon tournament, and he said, as soon as basketball is close to being over, I'll call you and we'll set up a date. I said, okay. Just let me know. And I said, what you got this year? He says, bring me another 100. He said, we're gonna have about 100 again. So I dropped them off Tuesday. I dropped them off Tuesday to him, and I'm already
Right.
getting orders. I'm getting orders coming in.
Wow.
Where people are buying in advance through Venmo. That's a hungry school. Let's put it to you that way, because they don't have too many photographers that'll go to them, and the track never did have a photographer until I started shooting them. So, and I know the coach well because of basketball.
Right.
So as long as I want to do it, I guess it's mine. And last year when I started opening envelopes, Justin was sitting over here, my son, and I'm opening envelopes and it's cash. Next one's cash. The next one's cash. And he looks at me and I got all this cash getting stacked up, and he goes, "That's a lot of cash." I said, "Yeah, I'm not finding. I found one check out of all of them. One check
Wow.
out of about 90 orders, right?
Yeah.
I had all this cash and the rest was Venmo." And I said, that's crazy, because profit-wise, that 1 3-hour shoot
Right.
and the 2 hours it took me to edit and put it up on the web and everything. So about 6 hours work, $1,700. That was
Not
profit.
bad.
And it looks like it might be pretty close to that again this year.
Yeah, $300 an hour is not bad.
Yeah, and that's a lazy hour. I'm not working too hard. Let's put it that way. And they had a parent just say she's got the 2 kids. She says, how do I get a package for them? Plus, what do I have to buy a package of a group shot of the 2 of them? And I told her, I said, all you have to do is buy the packages she's going to buy a package from each one. I know that.
Yeah.
I said, instead of buying another package, unless you need a lot of pictures, you could always add 8x10 in or something like that. So she says, well, all I need is an 8x10. Maybe she'll order one.
Right.
And that's $15 for the 8x10 is what I charge them.
Right.
And it only cost me $1.38. I'm not, it's either that or she could pay $20, and get 2 5x7s, 8 wallets. And that cost me $2. $2.66.
Yeah.
76 cents. It's like, so we'll see. I had basketball players from this year order digitals. I started putting the digitals out there this year for the first time.
Right.
And what's he throwing out there?
Probably ice.
I think he's throwing de-icer, huh?
No, salt.
I don't think he has got his snowblower working, has he?
He said he did.
It was one of his neighbours that came and did it for him on their.
I thought he said he got it started.
I don't know. The last time he had it done, it was one of his neighbours came and did it with theirs.
Okay, he's not here. I must say this. I don't want him to hear it. But he's not here. He needs to check that stuff he's putting down on the ground because he needs to wash his hands with it too. Because the other day he said he bought pet-friendly stuff.
Yeah, pet-friendly.
But the day he put it down, Mia was in the backyard playing. And then the next 2 days, Mia wasn't acting right.
Yeah, but that's his front yard. Mia don't go in the front yard because it's open.
When they go flying, they do. But it could be on his
And
hand.
Mia had been having problems already. So.
Yeah,
I know.
She was in pretty.
But you got to look at everything,
That looks like he was walking back in then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least where he's walking
I
back.
was just glad
anyway.
he put the camera on so we could keep an eye on him.
Well, we can't see him now. He could be in the garage on the floor.
Yeah, I think he's walked to the garage. He was walking up the driveway.
Well, if he goes out there around the bird feed and he hits the snow and starts rolling in the snow, we got a good short. You're muted.
You're muted, Don.
He should have left his speaker on so we could talk to him, or so we could talk to Jack.
Maybe. But we'd have a shot of him rolling in the snow, and then we'd have them come and get them out of the snow.
Yeah.
We'd have a couple shots.
Well, Jack getting Paul out of the snow.
No, we'd have to call Port Huron and say, look, we got a guy out in the middle of the snow.
Yeah.
Come get him. Here he comes.
Oh,
Thought you said you had your snowblower working.
the little one.
Well, why didn't you use it?
Well, because it's just as easy to hand shovel the driveway. Yeah. Chilly out there, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only 14 degrees here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now, we're starting to really get warm right now.
I probably should have had some gloves on and a coat on and a hat on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would have recommended it. Yeah.
Well, you know, Joe says stop, but don't be a sissy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, according to this, it's 13 degrees centigrade, feels like 6.
No, you don't want to know what I say,
That
Paul.
means it's 6. I don't know why they keep telling us it's 13 feels like 6 instead of just saying, well, it's 6.
Because it's not 6.
because it's
The
13,
wind
but it's,
chill, yep.
If it feels
Yeah.
like 6, it's going to be 6.
No.
There is
doesn't
no
work
wind.
that way.
There
Well,
is
a lot
no
of
wind
people, a
at
lot of
ground
people
level.
sit indoors and they look at it and say, okay, it's 13. And they go out and says, oh, it does feel like 13. It feels like 6. That's because of the wind chill.
But there's no
Right
wind.
now it's minus 15 Celsius here. Or 6
got-
Feels
degrees.
like 6 is a subjective.
We
That
have
is
got no wind, though. We've got rain, but no wind.
Yeah, here it's 6 degrees. It says it feels
Ah.
like minus 2. So,
Yeah.
and that's
I
warming
stand-
up. Well,
I stand
it was 2
corrected.
degrees when I got up this morning.
We have no wind at ground level that I can feel, but at 200 feet it's 22 mile an hour gusting to 48. So maybe there is a bit of wind up there.
Just a little bit. Just a
Trevor
little.
Yeah.
says that's not
Just a
called. Hey,
little bit.
Trevor,
A little bit, a little bit,
A little bit.
a little bit.
just a wee bit.
Uh-huh. Just a tad.
Lloyd, you got snow there at all or anything?
Oh yeah, yeah. We got about a little about 2 inches or so. It covered. It got up above to where it covered the top of the grass. So you know,
Oh, okay.
it hid the grass. So it's
So it's
Yeah.
not like it is here.
And
no,
Trevor,
it's not. No, it's not that deep. No. But I mean, but we've got more snow. I think we've got more snow this winter than we have in probably in the last 3 winters altogether.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
Don doesn't get snow, do you, Don?
Tom's got snow.
just in his hair.
Just in his hair.
We don't get any snow.
No, it doesn't look like. Yeah, it's about you got maybe a little bit. I don't know. Looking at your neighbor's street, but your neighbor's house, you may have got a little more than we have. So I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting
Lloyd, I
that was
heard
the
the
thing.
shot. I heard the shot you took at me, and it's not. It's hurt. It hurts.
Says my internet connection is unstable. I wonder why.
Probably
Okay.
because it's taking after you.
Probably because of the snow.
No, it's probably
Your mental connection's unstable.
Your mental connection is unstable.
I heard that.
Some things you have to ignore.
I do. Yeah.
He started it. He started saying I had snow in my hair.
Yeah, I just
Laura,
heard that.
You gotta stop, you gotta ignore things.
And he knew I was already feeling very sensitive this today.
Sensitive.
Yeah.
Hey Trevor,
yeah.
what's up?
PMT.
JD?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dawn. I didn't, I was being very insensitive. I should be ashamed of myself. I'm not, but I should be.
Should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened to Lance?
Well,
Why didn't I hear? What we
Two
do
of
to
this,
him?
yeah. Smallest fiddle in the world playing My Heart Bleeds, Peanut
Yep.
Butter for You,
That's right.
in stereo. Yeah.
Window cleaner's just been, he's cleaning the windows in the rain.
When I'm cleaning windows.
It could be cold. It could be the cold that's causing that. Yeah. I just popped up for a minute, but I had a lot of stuff opened up, so it could be that I had too many Wi-Fi connections going.
Yeah, and it's supposed to stay below freezing now for another week.
Ooh, we're warming up starting next. Well, I think we're on freezing for the next. I think tomorrow will stay below freezing, and then because today the high is only going to be 20, so
Yeah.
and then tomorrow it's going to be 32. So on Saturday it is supposed to warm up to 46.
Well,
But
good
like,
for you, because they when I saw it on the news here, they were talking about it's going to be in the 20s for all the way through the weekend, and then up to maybe 29, 30 to 34, you know. But that's the Detroit news, you know.
right. Yeah.
I'm up here on the water,
Yeah. How far are you from Detroit?
about 40 miles north,
Yeah. Okay.
northeast.
Yeah. It's sort of like me getting the news. Our news comes out of Tulsa, and they're
Yeah.
about the same distance away from us. What's funny is one of the television stations up there is owned by Griffin Communications, and they're all from here in Muskogee. They had owned one station, and well, Lake Industries and Griffin's owned it, and they sold it out a long time ago. But they kept one station, and then they got a chance to buy another one on the. They had one up in Oklahoma City, and then they got a chance to buy this one up here, and but they've owned TV stations since they started having television in Oklahoma.
Really.
Yeah, well,
Here you go, Donald.
Uh,
Look at this Photoshop picture.
yeah, that's
You be careful.
That looks
Guy
realistic.
says,
Why do you think it's
This is
Photoshop?
probably the best picture I've ever taken, right? Like this. And if you look at it, first thing I saw was right here where you didn't get enough of the whiteout from where it was.
yeah,
Yep, and you know, water.
Yeah.
If
I'm
something
saying
jumps out
reflection.
of the water, it does leave a trace in the water when it jumps out.
yeah.
Yep. Well, it might have been from another shot from somewhere he got off the web. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you can see right here. This is what tells me that is definitely from another picture.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a
You
painting.
see
That, the
that?
fact that there's
Amazing.
there's no residual water behind them.
Yeah.
You know, is it?
Ah,
Ridiculousness, and people like,
rookies.
yeah, and people like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, or people posting stupid AI pictures.
Oh.
Like, you know, nature's so wonderful. The comments you get underneath, it's like, I don't know if people are trolling in the comments or they're just that stupid.
Let me tell you the best part about this. It says, I don't know if I've ever seen a shot as perfect as this one. Great work, Bobby, with another person's name, right? That's the one that posted it, right? The person that put it out there is a photographer. And she is a photographer, she's a kid, a photographer
Yeah.
from Mandeville High that shot pictures of people. And she still shoots people at Mandeville High, like cheerleaders. And she does cheerleader pictures all the time, where they'll go out to the park and do pictures like that. But she's saying, well, that's the best picture I've ever seen. Oh, perfect, you know? It's like, come on. I'm going to put up there. You can't tell that's fake. I'm unfriending you.
Yeah. Every day
What?
that gets further and further, I just want to go crawl into a hole.
Well,
Yeah.
I started saying a year or so ago that this AI was making people lazy. You know, they don't do their own voiceovers anymore. They have a scripted guy narrating, and he can't pronounce the names right. And
There are so many headless channels right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Basically, they have AI write the script, voice the script, put a video on it, and it uploads.
Yep.
And they just put up thousands of these videos. They may not get a lot of views. They get some views, but the fact that there's just so many of them that
so many of them.
occasionally
Yeah,
it's and it just fills our feeds full of crap.
yeah. I'll bet there's probably only there was one guy I follow, and it has to do with like DC and Marvel movies and stuff like that. And I've heard this guy for the longest time, and I kept thinking, well, all right, he pronounces all the words. I'm not sure, but I thought it might be AI, but he actually did a video this week, and he was on the film. He was actually talking to the camera. So, like, oh, okay, he really does sound like that. All right, that's you know,
Yep.
that's sad when you start thinking real people sound like AI.
Well,
You know,
yeah, when people, well, sometimes you get somebody who really heavily processes their vocals,
hmm
and
yeah, yeah.
no,
And that's what
you know,
that's
I produce crap, but at least it's not fake crap; it's real crap.
yeah, that's right.
So that's going to be a new channel of yours, Crap by Donald?
I did that for a while. I was posting crap every day on Shorts.
Wow.
You don't remember same crap, different day?
No.
Go to my channel and you'll be able to find it in the Shorts feed. I just had a little picture of a dog crap in my backyard, and I posted it every day with a different message.
Yep. Different day, same shit.
Yeah.
So NHL is going to expand. New Orleans may get a team.
I don't think
That'd be cool.
hockey should be in any city that doesn't have snow during the winter. I mean, it just doesn't. It's like like Nevada. They haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it yet. Well, yeah, okay.
said
Well,
no.
Las
said no.
Vegas, because I said city, so
No,
they could be up at Reno, and that would be fine. They get snow in Reno.
no.
They get a lot of snow up in there.
Yeah, I kind of hope they do. Because they used to have the New Orleans Brass. It was a minor league.
It's the
That was
AI
it.
Don, Trevor, because the real Don wouldn't complain about his hair.
Uh, so the first weekend of Mardi Gras, when it's really starting this weekend, we're going to have temperatures in the 30s and 40s. And Sunday, it's going to be in the 50s with rain.
So
It sucks.
when is Ash Wednesday, or when's Fat Tuesday, I should say?
March 4th
March 4th. Okay.
is Mardi Gras Day.
All right.
I'll have to give y'all a link if I'm probably gonna go. I'll have to give y'all a link that you can put on. That's the Mardi Gras cam at Gallia Hall. It's actually WWL TV. They'll broadcast Mardi Gras from Gallia Hall, and you'll be able to see this old guy standing out in the middle of the street in between the bands taking pictures. I'll be out there. And I think I'm gonna go this year. It's just, do I really want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? And do I really want to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning? And do I really want to sit in my car for a couple of hours and then walk out to the parade route at 6 o'clock in the morning? Do I want to be out in the street until 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, you won't have time for a nap, will you?
Oh, I'm telling you, I'll be napping on the way back.
Well, that's when you need a driver.
No, that's when I needed to hit that Powerball a few years ago when it was like a gazillion dollars.
Yeah.
Because they have right next to Gallia Hall, they have a building, which is an exclusive building. And my thing was, and I told my kids, I said, all I'm telling you is if I win the Powerball, I win this money, the penthouse was for sale. It was an upper floor on top of this building, and it was like a 3-bedroom apartment setup. I said, I will buy it because it was like a third of the money that was involved with the money. So I'll buy that sucker.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna live right there. I said, so Mardi Gras, all I gotta do is walk downstairs, shoot my pictures, and walk back up. I'll be right there.
Or get you a really good zoom lens and don't even leave the penthouse. Just stand out there on your balcony and snap pictures from the penthouse.
Yep, and just get a bunch of people's tops of their heads. That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. I see the point. Yeah,
But that would be nice to be able just to say, I'll be back. I'm going to my house I live up way up there, top.
See,
That's where I live.
Joe, that is precisely why you shouldn't win the lottery. You'd waste money like that. No, you shove it in an annuity and you just get yourself a small house and just don't work.
Well, we all hear about how frugal Joe is anyway, so he probably wouldn't buy it.
I probably wouldn't. I would love
Joe's
to.
not frugal. He's the guy that is constantly telling Paul to spend his money.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
Paul
good at
said
telling
that.
people to spend their money. He just don't spend his own. Frugal is a nice way. I was being nice and using that word.
Oh,
What is it? Disinformation Paul's spreading? What?
I was just
all my friends call me frugal.
all your friends call you frugal?
Yeah.
that's not what they call you.
Good Lord,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they must be.
I got
They must
another
be,
name for you, Paul.
they must be real
Start.
spendthrifts.
Yeah. You see, they got a hotel right there too. I mean, there's a hotel sitting right there across the street from that place.
Now, why
But the
would you want?
problem is, it cost me. It'd be like renting a house, just one night.
Where the hell are my dogs at?
And that'd be cool though. I've actually thought about renting a hotel room down there for Mardi Gras and like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for 4
Hey,
days,
Trevor.
and be right there
Good
at the
morning.
hotel because I could do all the Mardi Gras right there. But to rent that hotel room for those 4 days would be about $1,400.
Really?
Oh yeah. Rented
You
any
see,
other.
when you look at it,
If I
if you were
rented
going
it
to
6
invest
months
in that
ago,
place,
it would be a third the price.
yeah, but you look at it, if you go and buy that place outright for Mardi Gras, then you're going to be going ahead and cursing yourself and saying you need a house closer to where you actually do other work.
I wouldn't
what
be
are you gonna
working
do?
if I won almost
Buy-
$1 billion. Guess where I'd be? In that house. I'd be flying my drone from the top.
No. You'd soon get bored
Yeah, you.
with yourself.
5 said I'm wrong at a slightly smiling face.
You would be you very quickly. You would actually get absolutely bored with yourself, and you'd be the grumpy old guy that lives on top of the in the penthouse.
The grumpy old guy, huh?
Yeah, grumpy
Yeah.
old guy.
I thought that title was reserved for Lloyd.
Yeah, it's kind of an exclusive title,
Yeah.
because I am the grumpy old fart in the neighborhood here too. So
Yeah, well, we know that. Okay.
Yeah, Lloyd's got copyright on that.
yeah.
E100U5 said the new labyrinth should be finished by Saturday. Smiling face with horns.
Okay, I've got to get rid of that. Just quickly go. We'll mute that for an hour. All right. Yeah. The other thing, this AI stuff. It's amazing. How quick they can actually produce it, and you could actually have a live program that is actually being absolutely done AI wise, with whoever you want as presenter. You only need about an hour of their content. Previous content of the person itself.
Yeah.
To teach it, and about an hour of their voice, and the two of them mixed together. Go ahead and teaches the AI enough that they can actually go ahead and recreate a video, or recreate video and audio that actually looks like the person and sounds like the person.
God, who is that? It was the
No,
country singer that had the stroke.
Randy Travis.
Yeah, Randy Travis. Yeah, they just did a an audio tape of his. It's one of his songs, and they went back and they sampled everything that he'd ever sang and done, and then they used that. They put each one of the words that he needed. Isn't that how they did it?
And what they did is they had a donor singer
Donor singer. Yeah, that's right.
who could do a lot of his inflections and do a passable, close rendition of what he would have, how he would have sang it, as far as
Yeah,
hitting notes and stuff. And that was under his direction, and they
Yep.
got it the way he would have wanted to sing it and how he would have wanted
Right.
to get it done. Then they passed it through a filter that
that
converted
over.
the it wasn't the full singing, it was just his inflections, the way
Right.
he would say words, his and
Yeah.
samples of his voice from years and years to make the donor voice sound like his voice.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that is, I'm really torn on that.
I know, because
It was a song that was created by him. He
Yes.
didn't use his own voice, he used an instrument to create it, but he still created it. AI was a
Yep.
tool that allowed him to create. And so I'm not that upset about that. But
I'm
if they
not
would have
either.
just said, okay, here's AI, sound like Randy Travis and sing a song, that irritates me.
Right. No, I think the way they did it was the right way to do it.
Mhm.
You know, because the inflections and everything, like you said, they had the donor singer, and then they filtered it through, and on the other side it came out as his voice. You know,
Right.
and
Yeah.
because he can't sing anymore, but he can still create, and that's the way he can still create his music. It's still, in the end, it comes out as his music. So yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not fond of AI being used for that, but on the other hand, in cases like him, which he's a, he's a he was a very talented person until the stroke, and this gives him an outlet.
Yes.
And that's like,
Now, I
it's like,
listened to the song and it was a passable song, but it wasn't a memorable song. I couldn't tell you what the song was right
I
now
can't either.
offhand.
Yeah,
But
the
I-
uniqueness of it was just the way it was created, not necessarily that it was a
Yeah,
memorable song.
it wasn't like, on the other hand, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's he's done better songs, more memorable ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like any of the classic songs that come to mind. It's like, oh, that is something that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, at least that was
Yeah.
what I'd consider a
Forever and
legitimate
Ever.
use of AI.
What was the
Yeah.
one? What will you do about me? That was a fun song.
Yeah.
Now, what will you do about me? But yeah, it was nice to see him
Being able to,
creating
being creative again. Yeah.
and how happy he was to be creating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the best part of it all, was the fact that he
Mhm.
was very pleased with what he'd done.
You got a ship behind you, Paul. Something.
Yeah, it's downbound. It's a tanker.
Look at the drone just went up. Just flew by.
Yeah, that's one of those flapping drones.
There's another one just
Oh,
went by.
God,
They got a
those,
bunch of drones out there right now.
those bloody flapping drones, they're just terrible.
Here goes.
Paul, how do you decide what ships you're going to do and what ships you're not going to do?
Whatever I have time to go catch.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I try to catch as many of them as I can.
Uh-huh.
Well, you didn't catch that one.
No. But I caught the one before that was upbound.
When I went out, when I went out and dropped those envelopes off, I brought the Air 2S with me. And I stopped
ya?
at Heritage Park in Slidell and flew. And it's next to the train station up there. And I was in the middle of the day, so I said, oh, maybe I'll be lucky, to try hear a train come through. And I was up in the air, and I heard it from a distance coming, and it was just a little freight train with about 6 cars on it. And I was able to, while I was taking it, I brought it back, and I got it on the track, going down the track. I was able to catch a train at the same time. And that's always a fun thing when I could catch a train like that. But it was 25-mile-an-hour winds at 150 feet. So I stayed
That's
right
not
in
too
about the
bad.
150, 200 range. I didn't want to go any higher. But Air 2S, perfect.
Yeah. No, but it's amazing the amount of people who have got caught by the yes, we'll launch off the ground. So there's no wind down here, and got up and found that there's a lot more wind, not
Oh,
that
yeah.
much above the ground.
Oh, whack.
Yeah, I
Well, I got
always
mine
have,
set. When I look at it, I got it set to look at the gust at 150 feet. That's what I want to see.
I've got mine set to 200.
And I tell you, that day that I flew right after the hurricane that hit here this year, I went out and I flew from might have been about a block away from the lake front because you couldn't get to the lakefront because it was all water.
Right.
And I was getting at 100 feet, it was 59-mile-an-hour winds. And I was about 120 feet in the air with the Mavic 3. And it handled perfect unless I turned into the wind. If I turned into the wind, it'd give me a high wind warning. But
Yeah.
it never missed a beat. I said, I'm gonna just take my time, and if it starts acting funny, bring it back. And perfect. What's up, Lance?
Hey, Jeff.
Weather's just changed. It was raining half an hour ago. Now it's blue skies and sunshine.
Yeah, we got sunshine coming through right now.
I flew at about 25, 30 miles an hour last night. I did a hyperlapse. You could see the shake
Really?
with my Mavic 3.
Wow. Well, I didn't do a hyperlapse. I was still moving the thing. Maybe that's why it didn't show.
Oh, heck. It's the 20th. I got.
It's a beautiful sunset last night. My wife goes, look at the sunset. I've got to set in my drone. Set everything up, of course, by the time I launch. All the pinks have disappeared.
Hey, Brenda, what's up? Thank you, Brenda. That was just a little 15 minutes of my time that I stopped and just flew that.
Morning, Brenda.
I wonder how's Brenda doing with her flying?
She's gonna come up and have a YouTube channel with that drone. It's gonna be better than all of ours. What? Just remember, Brenda, situational awareness, where you at?
Yep.
But that was the other thing when I was flying the other day. You couldn't really see the tree, the top, because it was all no leaves on them, no leaves on them. So when you were flying around, I knew they were all about 100, 120 feet in that area. So I'm having to pay attention to where the trees are. And I could see the drone, but I had to still pay attention where the trees were, the tops, because I was thinking, as I was doing it, I was thinking of Paul. When I was doing my flying sideways, I was saying, I am above these trees. I said, because if I
There's
run
the
into
one
one
I
of these
did.
trees, I'll never
There's
get into it.
there's the ship I did this morning.
That was with the
Okay,
flip.
yeah.
No, that was with the Air 2S.
Shoot, I like that one. I like that one the best because you got the little tugboat there.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like, is that another
And you
one?
look, and you going sideways with the tugboat there.
Which Air 2S? The one that went down?
Yeah, this is the original Air 2S.
Okay. Did you what are your settings, Paul?
Automatic?
Did you change it to return to home?
No.
Donald, you could have him.
You might want to do that, Paul. Just
Yeah.
saying,
There's the tug in the picture there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you lost connection right here, that's where it's gonna be at the bottom right there. Where if you put it again like the other one, return to home, set it at about 150 feet. You don't have a problem.
Oh, as far as the settings on the controller, yeah. I got return to home at 150 feet.
Double check it because you didn't have it before.
No, because you had me change it.
Yeah, but that was with the other drone.
What other drone?
The one when you did the replacement, you did it on.
You have to do it for each individual drone, Paul.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep the same settings on a different drone.
So when you rebound that one over, I guarantee you got it on hover, and you have it on brake.
There's an icebreaker
Not
up there,
bypass?
right there. He's out there gonna break the ice up for this ship to come up, head out.
Wow. That's a lot of ice.
Move your mouse out of the way, Paul. I want to see it.
What's that?
Move your mouse so I can see it. Get it out of the way.
Want me to back it up a little bit?
No, I just wanted to see the icebreaker because your mouse was right in the middle of the
Your mouse
screen.
is covering the. Okay.
And then what I do is I zoom in here towards the end so you can see the icebreaker.
And there you go zooming again.
There goes.
Yep. Yeah. Now those three right there. That's a good shot.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's zooming back out, Joe.
I'm glad you didn't start flying back because I was gonna say something.
And that's a Coast Guard station right there. And besides that, I took off with only 60% battery because I didn't have a new one in there.
You got to get in the habit of you got to get in the habit of charging that every.
Well, yeah, I rotate charge them, but I don't. When I started it up when I was down there, I looked at it and it was only 2 solid and 1 flashing, instead of all 4 being solid.
Yeah.
Nicole, you know how fast that thing drains?
I know how fast I drained. Well, the thing of it is I like to get down there whenever I can get down there. It was spitting a little bit of snow, but not much, mostly icy snow, spit.
You're right there, Troy. Doing. Oh, you were mad at me, huh? Cleo's mad at me. She's over there side-eyeing me.
Well, why you get her mad at you? You got to take care of your little babies.
'Cause I
It's
didn't
like-
give any extra treats.
It's like my little squirrel buddies, you know?
Oh, no. Squirrels are a different class.
Oh no, squirrels are my little furry family friends. They come
No,
up and tap on the window when they want peanuts, and the other day they were doing a little parade down my driveway with a little sign that says, "Thank you, Uncle Joe. Thank you."
No, they would
Right.
they would have been. They said, "Don't let Joe come over here because we'd be food."
Yeah. Squirrels too.
They're my little family friends.
Right.
Right,
I'm gonna call
Joe?
your neighbors. I'm gonna call your neighbors, and when you leave to go fly a ship, I'm gonna have them put traps out there real quick, get them, and then to go. You're gonna come back and you're gonna wonder why don't I have any squirrels left? And what are these traps? Why do I have traps?
They're my little
There's
buddies.
people walking all through here with traps.
They're my little buddies.
Yeah, we can fix that, buddy. Doesn't take much. Good BB gonna work.
Oh, those squirrels have got to learn to look after themselves. And that means find their own food.
They do find their own food. They find all the peanuts. All throws
Yeah,
out.
they find all the peanuts that have been left nice in the open for them. They don't have to hunt. In the long run, it's going to be bad for them.
I tell you what, the best thing we could do is don't worry about getting the traps out there. Get a couple feral cats. Just throw them out there. We'll take care of the squirrels within a week.
They don't around here. I got this one cat that hangs around here all the time. It's always setting off my cameras at night.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother the squirrels. They just, he just ignores them like worthless damn cat.
We
That's
used to
one
have
of
my
the
grandmother's.
Yes.
big problems we've got over here is down on Kangaroo Island. The kangaroos down there are quite friendly, and they've been feeding off the tourists for years.
Yeah.
They took the tourists away for a couple of months, and the first person to come back that was seen eating something down there, the kangaroos ganged up on them and literally attacked because that's their food source.
Yeah.
They weren't used to going back to going and finding their own. So,
And that is true. That is the problem with feeding animals like that. That's in nature because they don't learn to fend for themselves.
Yeah.
You could throw the peanuts in the backyard and have a tree rat jack attack.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go.
Let
Yeah.
Jack go after him. Jack will take care of it.
Yep. Give him time. I bet he does.
My grandmother, my cousin had two cats, and one of them used to sit underneath the peach tree and stalk the squirrels, and he'd grab them every once in a while. So when I was over at my grandmother's, I'd go out there and see him go sit underneath the tree. So I'd go inside and make some water balloons, and I'd sit there. As soon as he starts stalking the squirrel, I throw a water balloon at him and hit him with a water balloon. it took about 3 months. I'd open that door and he'd leave. Because he knew I was gonna hit him with a water balloon. As soon as the squirrel would turn his back, he got him, you know? But he was just that kind of cat.
Another good one we had here in Australia was the dingoes that we've got.
Dingo ate your baby.
Yeah.
Yes, that one was a good one in the fact that they were so used to the humans actually feeding them that yes, the dingo probably thought that the child was left there for dinner. That they just literally were being fed so much from the tourist population that they mistook the child in the tent as being left behind to as a gift for the dingo for dinner.
Yeah, that last one, one of the big ones down there, because there was that one that was so famous that for years everybody, they thought they'd killed their kid, and when this next one happened, it sort of vindicated them. Like, see, we told you. And I think they got some proof that they finally figured out that it was the dingoes. But man, that couple lived through hell, because nobody believed them that the dingoes could have got their child. And then when that last attack happened, it's like, okay, maybe there's something to this.
Now the first one was the way the mother and father actually acted after the event. They weren't acting as if they just lost the child. It was like a sacrifice. And that's what brought everyone's hairs up and made them all start thinking that there might be something going on here. He was going out and taking great photos of the of dingoes and everything in the days after, and she was there praying to the gods and saying about sacrifices, and it unfortunately for them, their religion got in the way, religious beliefs actually caused that problem.
Yeah. I'll be right back and go put this dumb dog down off of the bed again. She's.
No, Cousin Joe, you're not going to get they win the lotteries or etc. Yeah, if you want to attend these events, you're just gonna have to go ahead and rent the place.
It's too much money.
Oh, stop!
No, I'll be driving back and forth. You know.
Oh. Why do you complain so much?
Yeah, it's just the fact that it's 30 miles away, so it's just a heck of a drive,
Right.
Because you got to do it so early in the morning, and it's either going to be too cold or too hot or rainy or something.
Oh,
all the time. Very seldom we get a middle of the road. Mardi Gras is either cold, rainy, or hot. So hopefully we get, since it's so late in the season, it's early March, hopefully we'll have about a 60, 65 temperature day. But still, see, that happened to us a few years ago. I think it got into the 70s. But in the morning when I got there, it was in the 40s. So you have to bring a jacket and coat. You got to bring your coat, all your stuff. And then by the time the day is almost over with, you don't know what you do. You got to find a place to put your coat. It's like I wound up leaving my coat in the car that morning because I had thermals on for my legs, and I had double shirts. And I went out there. As soon as the sun came up, I was okay. But for that 30 minutes before the sun came up, Lord, was it cool.
Now I had the problem if I go out on the Nullarbor, you can have a 40 degree
Yeah.
centigrade day, which is above your ton, and then about 2 hours after the sun's gone down, the wind off the desert and stuff like that, and you go ahead and you're starting down to the 1 and the 2 degrees centigrade. It's major temperature switches like that, and kind of so if I ever go out there, I pack for all seasons. I've got a grab bag for near enough that's got a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Everything in it.
It's like when I leave here this afternoon to go to the game, we're going to be in the 50s, the middle 50s. And by the time that game's over, I walk outside, it's going to be in the low 30s.
Well, the potty training is continuing because he left me a couple little gold bars in the bedroom again.
Well,
But
close
he
the
does-
bedroom door.
He doesn't like the snow.
Well,
What you got to do is
he's
close
never
the
been
bedroom
outside
door.
in the snow.
What's that?
He's been an inside dog inside that kennel.
Yeah, exactly. He's not used to snow.
Have you cleared off?
He goes out and goes down the steps, and he's on an area where I've cleared snow, and he goes over and looks at the snow, and he looks at me and looks at the snow, looks at me, shoots right back in the house.
What are you doing with his little surprises he's leaving in the house?
They're going in the toilet and going down the drain.
Put him out where you want him to go.
Oh, okay.
Because he
Yep.
doesn't know. Right now, he just knows, oh, I go in here and it disappears, we're good. You take him out and stay him in the snow, he goes, I don't know what to do out here. I don't know what you want me to do.
So I
If you
should
put
close
that
the
out there.
close the bedroom door.
Yep, and next time he leaves you a present, put those presents outside in the place you want him to go.
Out in the yard. Okay. That makes sense.
That way when you take him out there, he'll be like, oh, this is my crap. Oh, this is my crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you do is when you close the door, next time he's going to leave you something somewhere else. Make
Probably
sure you
right in
pay
front of that
attention because
door.
he's going to leave it. It might be close to the bedroom.
Since he's been going to that same spot, it might be right in front of that door where he leaves it.
Yeah. And then what you do is you take it and say, come see. Take it with you and walk outside and put it somewhere, bring them out to it and put it down.
Yep.
And tell them, go right here. You know, because they understand more than you think.
Also, when you take them out, you really need to make sure you stay out there and leave him out there long enough that eventually he.
Paul, when you take him outside to do his business and he doesn't do it, have you tried pulling your pants down and showing him?
Yes, I did that today.
Yeah, you go out there and you show him what you want.
And I peed a spot, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what Joe says he does all the time with the 3 dogs. He goes out and shits and pees right off the porch upstairs, right?
Yeah.
If you never stood, if you
I do
never
that
stood
every day.
outside and if you never stood outside and pissed in the yard with your dog, you ain't living.
That's right.
I don't know if Lloyd agrees with that or not.
Well, I just be careful and don't get you. All I was thinking is, you're out there and you drop your pants and everything. As cold as it is out there, you could get frostbite on your ass, and that would be embarrassing to try and explain. You know, when
Mhm.
you have to go to the hospital because you got frostbite
I was
ass.
teaching the dog how to poop in the yard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They'll be locking you. It's
Oh,
at our age, Paul. They'd be locking us up in the old folks' home real quick after that. Like, oh,
Either
this
the
guy
old
can't,
folks home or psychiatric
or
ward.
the psychiatric ward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don, don't
We have a
don't go
103
giving all bad
security.
ideas like that, because remember TJ's watching.
TJ's watching? Okay.
Yeah, the
You know-
last thing we need is him repeating it.
The happiest Archie ever was. I took him walking down in there's a wilderness area, and no one's down there. I was able to take him off his leash and just let him run. So we went walking down these trails in these woods and stuff, and he kept within eyesight and stuff. But he was the happiest he ever was because he was off the leash. He was a big dog. He could do whatever he wanted to, and we peed on trees together, and that was a great day for him.
Well, what did he
It was a great day for me too, obviously, because I remember it.
he
Yeah.
he waited for you to get the
Exactly.
bigger tree and then he got the little one or what?
Now he let.
No, I pee on a tree and he goes over, he smells it. Oh, I'm gonna pee on this tree too.
Oh, okay. Like he wants to
Just
one up
walk in
you.
the spot.
No, he wasn't saying no. This tree's my spot. He's like, oh, this is your tree. It's our tree.
It's our
There you
tree
go.
now. That's why his name was Archie, right?
Yeah.
Archie. Yeah.
Don't be kidding.
34, 24,
So I pet Loki and Cleo looks at me like she's all upset and walking away.
25,
Oh,
Really?
Is she going down the hallway? I guess I'll find something.
60.
Jealous much?
Well, she's jealous.
Well,
Yeah.
now you got him paper trained, right?
Yeah, I've got to set up in the end of the kitchen.
Now, do you
It'll
spray
fall-
anything? Do you spray anything on it to make them know that's where to go, or no?
No. And I've got the carbon ones that keep the smell in too. But lately they've been using it more. I've been changing it more. I was using newspaper. My cousin that died last year, she used to save newspaper because she got it every day. I go
Right.
over to her house and come back with 3 big shopping bags full. I mean, the big shopping bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I got Loki here, he pees 18 times a day. It was like it just destroyed the newspapers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to start buying the pads that would hold it in,
Yep.
and I bought the ones with the charcoal, so it keeps the smell in there too.
Well, and
And
the
the only
good
problem, the only thing is when he misses the paper.
Yeah,
He's
well,
right on the edge.
the good thing about those pans is like at night when you don't feel like getting up, you can if you put them on your bed, they're just like the ones they use in the hospital, So
Yeah, no, I could
so
do
if
that
you
too.
have an accident at night, you don't get all over your sheets and stuff.
Well, Lloyd, I got to hand it to you. You beat Don to that.
I missed it. I'm reading here. Sorry.
Because when I said I bought the pads, I was thinking, oh Lord, here it comes.
No.
They just lay them underneath me if I roll over. So I hate,
Yeah.
well, I hate like last night. I had a dream. I had to go to the bathroom and I was looking for a bathroom.
Oh,
And whenever I do that, I wake myself up
yep.
because I just don't want to take a chance.
He's pretty much taken over my chair.
Oh, he sure has, hasn't he?
Oh, you see, that's when you need to go tell him, no, get over here.
No, I don't mind. At least I know where he is.
Yeah. Jack.
Yeah, I would have a boundary, give him a chair to stay in, and I would move him out of mine.
Well, he sleeps on the couch there. He's got a couch in the living room he gets on. And he also gets on this couch.
Yeah.
Now, does your house have a door? Okay, your garage, it's closed, right?
Yep.
Now, do you have like a door that goes to your garage from your house?
No, you gotta go outside.
Okay, that ain't gonna work. I was gonna say, if you had a little hallway area that you could, like, you had a space that was nobody goes to all the time, or something like that, you could always put like a pad down, and when he at the middle of the night, if he's got to go and he don't go outside, he might use the pad. You know,
Hey, Dre.
Well,
that's
look
like
here.
a secondary.
Can you guys hear
Because
me?
Cleo will use the pad,
Yeah.
but she'll when I got the dog door open, she goes out and uses the one outside.
phone.
What's up,
The,
Dre?
be- the
Hey,
best dressed
did-
man on the internet.
Did I miss something?
Not today.
Not today. I've been laid up for almost a week now. I had a little gout in my foot, so it just swelled up and everything else. So I've been laying up trying to get the swelling to go down so I can put a shoe back
Oh, that sucks.
on. Yeah. So Paul, did you get another dog or
Yeah,
Mia
yeah.
pass away?
You told me to.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm about the most dogless person you're gonna meet. I didn't say
that. Well, Joe has been after me too to get a dog, and so has Brenda.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because
Disinformation.
here's the deal. The day that I did not have a dog was the worst day of my life because I live alone.
Right. I thought
Well,
I saw the dog. I thought it was maybe your new tenant's dog or something. Maybe I don't know.
Nope.
I've seen you. I glanced by last couple of days. I've seen the dog. I'm like, whose dog is this? I mean, did Mia pass away?
Yeah, I had to put her down.
Okay. And now I'm up to speed because I'm like, I'm hearing all this Jack. I said, who the heck is Jack?
Yeah, I wouldn't have named him that, but that's what his name was when he came from animal control.
Yeah, it's always best to be consistent when that way they adapt a little more quickly because that's the one thing to be consistent. And Don, did you get my message?
What was it in chat?
Yes. I didn't want to disrupt the conversation. Put your message in the chat about some new shows on Netflix. That's one thing about being laid up. You get plenty of time to binge watch.
New season of Night Watch.
And another new show called The Recruit.
Yeah.
You watched the first season of Night Watch, didn't you?
I can't remember if I did or not.
Yeah, there's a guy who worked in the basement of the White House starting off the first season, and he's there to watch the phone.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they stuck him on the phone, and then all of a sudden he becomes the big shot. That was a good one, Dre.
Oh, hey, Brenda. I don't know if I said hi. I don't think I said hi to her when she came in.
You didn't say hi to Brenda?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember. I've slept since then. Or I've slept since then. That's usually my excuse. No, I've been doing other
Dre,
things.
if you were
and
laid
forgot.
up for a week, you should have been on here every single day.
He's on the phone.
No.
Yeah.
Giggles says he pees outside every day. I don't find that hard to believe. Do you, Lloyd?
Yeah,
No,
no, I don't either.
no, not with
Definitely
TJ.
not. That's
He-
TJ. Yep.
TJ probably comes up to the street corner light and just whizzes right on it, you know?
Yeah, it probably does.
Mm.
Actually, we probably shouldn't give him any ideas.
Don't encourage him.
There you go. That's a YouTube short right there.
Yeah.
Get your action camera and strap it to get one of them chest mounts and go around peeing on light poles around town.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually,
Mark your territory.
that sounds more like something Jim Beauchart would do.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know if I'm going to do Mardi Gras this year. 'Cause I keep looking at all the
stop
groups and putting out
complaining.
all their pictures. all the dance
He
crews.
says
And
we know him
they
way
got some
too
ugly
well.
women in there.
The problem is, Lloyd, those wide angle lenses on the action cams, they distort things and make things up close. Things kind of look smaller because it's such a wide angle.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's,
It'd be hard to see then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
well, no, but it would just make mine look normal at that point.
I knew it was going to be something like that.
Now, Joe, you're definitely going to have to go because otherwise, 2 weeks after Mardi Gras, you're going to be there. Well, I should have gone to Mardi Gras. I should have done this. And we'd have to put up for that for the rest of the year. So you'll
Right,
go
right.
to Mardi Gras.
Trevor,
whether you like it or
Trevor,
not.
you know him too well.
But I'm looking at all these dance crews the groups that are out there, and I'm telling you, they didn't pick the pretty ones this year, or they're just all getting old. That's what it is.
Oh,
That may be closer to the truth. They're just
Yeah,
all
getting
getting
Yeah.
old. You know,
And they're all starting
that'd
to
be
look like the Amelia Earharts.
that would be an interesting poll to find out the average age of attending Mardi Gras by age and by sex, and then go back and look at it in 10 years and do the same poll.
Ah, like this ain't too bad right here. You know, that's not too bad. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
but this one's a lot better. You know,
Yeah.
but then you get into something like this, and you say, "Oh Lord, help me."
Joe, you would be lucky.
I would be.
There was nothing wrong with that lady.
No, but it's like you should have seen the rest of them. That was the prettiest one in the group.
And
I like
I
the
thought she
banana
was quite
car best.
attractive.
She
the
was.
banana car. Yep.
I like the banana car the best.
750.
This right here, if you can see this little triangle right here, she kept
Yeah.
holding it up, and it was printed on it as a big banana panties. But I saw that Jeep actually. Took a picture of the Jeep. I saw it in Mandeville the day before yesterday, driving around.
You like the ducks on the dashboard.
Yeah, where's it at? But the Jurassic Park ducks were the best. I want it. You want that one? Not that one. Not it. I don't see him. Okay, I don't know. There it is. Way back here. That one right there.
Yeah. This is sort of like
Yeah.
deja vu, isn't it, Don?
Yep.
What are you
Didn't
talking
we
about?
discuss those ducks yesterday or not? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was yesterday, the day before.
Oh, okay.
Joe, you're gonna go. Are you gonna go shoot the New Orleans parades or what?
I gotta see. Saturday, I gotta be over here because I got the boat parade. I gotta shoot. That's right here, down the street. Then Friday night, there's a parade here in Mandeville that I'm thinking about catching it before it starts. Just getting some candid shots of all the members and the floats and stuff like that where they set up at. You know, or right when they take off. Because that's right down a mile from my house. You know, so I may go down there and do that, but it's also going to be in the 40s. So I don't know how much I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so I might do it. I don't know yet. I'll see tomorrow. That's tomorrow night. Saturday night. Sunday, I want to go to New Orleans and catch the parades, but Sunday now it's talking about rain all day. So I'm going to make a decision. I'll make a decision when we get closer.
So do they parade even in the rain?
Depends on the rain.
Okay,
The rain doesn't matter. It's the wind that matters.
okay,
Because there's a firm rule that if it's over 25-mile-an-hour winds, they cut them. They don't do it because they could tip over. And that's happened before.
oh,
There
yeah,
was the crew of Carrollton parade used to parade from way uptown, come down, go down Earhart, go over an overpass over Interstate 10 to Canal Street and come in on Canal Street. And what would happen was they have to bring the floats over this overpass. And they were coming over the overpass one time with winds and tipped the float over. One of the riders fell off and landed on the train tracks below and died.
wow.
He landed right on his head, you know. So that put up a wind warning. So when it got to a certain, I think it's 22 miles an hour, they shut it down. You're not parading. And I mean, in the city of New Orleans, they'll give you an opportunity. Like if it's going to be really heavy rains, they'll say, okay, we can't parade you on Sunday, but we can give you an option to parade on Tuesday night behind the last one. You know, we'll let you come in behind that.
Okay,
They'll do that. Because they've had a couple of years back, it was they were having bad weather during the week. They had 3 parades that had to cancel, like on I think it was Thursday night. They brought them in Saturday. Well, they actually brought them in Sunday behind the last parade. And I had the kids out there. We were out there from noon to about 1 in the morning. That's how long it lasted.
well, the question I have is the people that go to the parade are coming there from all over the United States, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's got to be a desire to give them a parade,
Oh
and
yeah. Well, they do it. But you get caught out there in the rain. I got caught out there a few years ago in the rain. I'm trying to think of what year it was. Go look. It had to be about 2018.
but it just wasn't windy, right?
Oh no! But this rain came through. I had, and we knew it. It was a Sunday, same Sunday. We knew it was possibly coming through, and I had a rain jacket on. It had to be about 2018. Let me look. Might be 17. Go to 17 first. But I'll put it to you this way. It rained so hard, the rain jacket didn't matter.
You were soaked then.
Oh, and I found out the pocket. The pocket, you had to make sure it was zipped good because it went right down the pocket, right down my leg.
Oh,
Not too fine, is it?
I think it was Tux.
so that must have been raining buckets then.
Oh, it was terrible. Well, speaking of which,
Dre's looking like a Baptist minister, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
remember I told you about that shooting on the parade route I was telling you about?
Yeah.
There's the guy laying on the ground right here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. The guy shot from this port it was the portalet on the end. He shot it from. And I was like, if you put a line like this and you keep going, I'm out in the street looking right at that portalet. Because when he came out and looked around and I got his picture and didn't know that's what he did. But that's the guy laying on the ground right there. And you see the police? Look at all the police back up in here.
Yep.
When that second shot went off, that first shot went off, all I saw was orange, all those yellow vests jumping all the barricades to get over there.
So the shot was loud when it rang out, right?
Yeah. But they were really checking for it. Let me go see. I'm trying to find it. It's not that year. It's not 17. I'm thinking it's 18.
So did they catch the shooter?
I don't know if they caught him or not. I can't remember. But they had, because the mayor showed up with the police chief and I was leaving. And I was looking at my pictures right before I left. And I looked down and noticed that he was shot, and then there was a guy that looked around like that. He just did a look around like that.
Need to be level 2.
And I walked over to the police chief
It's a level enough.
and walked with him. I said, "Look, I got a picture. It might have something to do with this." And I showed him those pictures, so that we went over to one of the units and downloaded it into a computer for him. So they were gonna try to check out who the guy was, if they could figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I hope that if it was the guy, they caught him. Yeah, I had that jacket. I don't think when I bought that jacket, because it's got to be. I'm thinking it's going to be closer to 19 or 20. So I'm gonna go. I went through 16, 17. It's not that. So we get 18. I can't remember when I bought that jacket. The jacket's not that old. This might be it. Oh. Oh, not right. I don't know. I'll keep looking. But I think I got a picture of the rain coming down the street to show you how much rain it was. I mean, it just hammered us. I just got to find the street when it was wet and did not notice the year.
Now you got to go shoot some pictures today.
Yeah, I got a game tonight. Tonight is the playoffs. Playoffs.
Lloyd looks like he's getting tired.
No, I'm sitting there. I found another thing the hacker got. For whatever reason, they got into my Walmart ordering. Somebody out of Chicago.
Wow.
There. Yeah, so I was sitting there trying to update that because I was thought I might order some groceries and have them bring them by. And
Sure.
I can't get, you know.
That's what I do. I order from Walmart and from Sam's Club, and they bring it right to the door.
Yeah. 'Cause I just don't feel like getting out in that cold and snow today. So
No.
it was not a lot of snow, but it's enough to be irritating. So
No, it's good for you, Lloyd. Gets your body's self-defense system going.
yeah, well,
Another day. Another day.
yeah, another day. I'll start working on getting my body's self-defenses up when it's about I don't know, about 75. That's a good day. That's a good temperature for me.
You Yanks have been stealing time from us again too, and stealing back a minute of daylight a day. And pretty soon you'll be whinging and complaining about how hot it is.
Yeah, well, Don mentioned that the other day. He says we get just enough snow that we appreciate the heat, and then we get just enough heat that we get just enough cold to appreciate the heat, and just enough heat to appreciate the cold. So, yeah,
Yeah.
so, yeah, it's although it does get it can get pretty hot and muggy here. When it starts getting up into the triple digits, that's when and you're running about 85, 90% humidity. That's when it's miserable. It's 100 plus degrees and the humidity's that high and it's hard to breathe when it's that hot and
Yeah,
humid.
Now we've just had probably one of our hottest summers for a fair while.
Yeah.
And like we never see temperatures get below say 7 degrees C here, so never gets below the freezing in your terms,
right?
Or that below 32 in your terms, so which is technically 0 degrees C here, but yeah, we have the good conditions.
Yeah, Grant was complaining to me about the temperatures here last week or week before. I can't remember.
Yeah, he would have had the hot stuff go through,
Yeah.
and the big one that they've got at the moment is the East Coast lows are starting to form down the coast, so they're getting significant flooding up in Queensland, starting to get down into New South Wales.
Yeah.
And then for us, we've got to worry about the water in about 6 months' time when it actually comes down through that river system and hits our state. Because the one river that takes it all away, it takes it about 6 months to actually get to us, and that's known to go and do flooding on us. So hopefully it's not as bad as last time, which we had over 300 kilometers worth of sandbagging. We took a lot of work to do, and still weren't able to stop every bit of the water getting into places, but we were able to stop a lot. But yeah, it's very manpower intensive to actually set something like that up.
We just call that Tuesday when it rained.
We've got a river system called the Murray River that goes through our state. It's part of what's known as the Murray-Darling system. I can't remember which state you're actually in as to what bit feeds what, but it's always a contentious issue. They want to go ahead and use a whole heap of the water for irrigation and stuff like that. So they've got big controls on it. But the minute it actually starts flooding, everyone wants the water gone away. And with it's a real pain in the neck river system.
Yeah. Well, that could always be constructed to be altered. Our issues here living close to the foothills, and then when you have wildfires like we just had, and then you get rainstorms right behind it, there's nothing to stop the mud.
Yeah.
There is no vegetation to stop
the
water. And next you know, you get rock slides, mud slides, all this kind of, and like I said, it's always a threat for us. Right where I live at, it's always a threat. And then when we have the wildfires that we just did, we know it's going to happen. So you go from one natural disaster right into another. So they both coincide.
Yeah, I remember when I was living out there, when I was stationed out there in Victorville, and that winter they'd had fires in the summer and fall there, and then they turned around and after all that they started getting those heavy rains and there's mudslides everywhere. Yeah.
Up in the high desert where you're at, Lord, up at George Air Force Base, you get the flash floods.
Yep.
They come through. Flash floods wipe out entire roads, bridges, everything.
Yeah. I remember that. It's like that was only time I lived in California, and I tell you what, when I drove back across the Arizona border, I was like, go ahead, you can fall off into the ocean now. I don't care. I'm gone. Oh man. I mean, it wasn't too bad out there, but I just I just wasn't a Californian,
Yeah, well, I mean, once again, it's always funny, wherever the bases are at is probably where nobody else wants to live. So you're
Yeah,
out there in the middle, you're out in the middle of no man's land, especially back then. If I took you to Victorville now, you probably say, I could retire here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Victorville wasn't much back then. No.
yeah, I had an aunt and uncle who were stationed up there at the same time you were there
Oh,
in the
really?
70s. Oh, yeah, up in the 70s.
Yeah,
They're up there,
yeah.
George, and like I said, I mean, March and Norton were the better bases to be at. George, you're out there in the middle of no man's land, and any place worse than that, unless you're in the Navy, who's up there at China Lake.
Yeah.
United States Navy, and you're 300 miles to the nearest pond of water.
Well, see, I was always in the desert. I mean,
Yeah,
I was either at Davis Monthan, which is down in Tucson, or I
yeah,
was up
yeah.
at Nellis and out there at the
Out in
China
Nevada,
Lake area. Yeah, all
yeah,
that,
yeah,
the bombing range and stuff out there. So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, now you'd have been what's some of the nicest places I remember being stationed. Where you're at now in Oklahoma. I was stationed where my dad was stationed in Altus.
Altus,
You know,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Altus area, which is not right outside Oklahoma City.
Yep.
That's not bad because you got Oklahoma City right there and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all depends where you get stationed at. It's tough. In California, most of the bases are in the middle of no man's land, and it's designed that way because of the nature of the activities of those bases.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
George was the fighter base. March was the SAC base, and then Norton was kind of like the support base.
Right. Yeah. 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 George was they were TAC. So yeah, they had the fighters and the they were converting to A-10s, which I didn't even know they shut down it because I hadn't looked anything up.
When I got out in early 93, or actually January, I was out. But George was already phasing out back then.
Yeah.
And I remember going up there to the commissary one time, my wife, just to go up there because all the record Norton was still active. George was the first one to close his doors. And then Norton closed his doors, and then March was turned into a joint operations base, which is it looks nothing like it used to back in its heyday. It almost looked like it's on its last leg. But it's a multi branch operational I say joint operations base.
Joint operations base, yeah.
That's what it is now.
Yeah.
But like I said, unless you guys stationed in that little small I don't know what it was called. I know they had an air base in LA itself.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I can't remember what it is either.
I just remember my dad going there to buy stuff out of the PX and stuff. And that's about it. I don't know what it did or whatever the case was, but that was about it. Unless you're stationed somewhere like that.
I left George in let's see, went back to Tucson, and I think it was in 80. Yeah, because that's where I got out at, was at Tucson. So I went from George. I went back to Tucson because that's where my second mistake where she was going to be stationed at, the ugly one. And oh God, just it was sad. She was best thing she ever did for me was cheating on me, because then I had a reason to leave her.
Oh wow. And those who don't know what Davis Mammoth is, you probably all seen the movies, probably Transformers. I think it was under the Extinction or something like that. A lot of that part of that movie was filmed at Davis Mammoth Air Force Base. It's basically it's an aircraft graveyard. What it is.
It is. Yeah. We used to go out and scavenge parts out of it.
Yeah.
When we needed, especially under Jimmy Carter, because we didn't have a budget back then. We didn't have anything. We barely had enough fuel to keep our pilots certified. For a while, we couldn't even do that. But we couldn't get any parts in.
What year were you in Davis Mammoth?
I was there from 75 till when I got out in 80. But I was also at Nellis.
Our paths would have crossed again there because my brother was stationed down there, and I visited him when I think it had to be around 75, 76.
Yeah, we would have been there at the same time. Yeah.
I took a bus trip down there to visit my brother and his wife and my nephew, and stayed there for about a week. and everything.
Was he in the Air Force?
Yeah, my brother's in the Air Force. He did one tour
What'd he
of the Air
do?
Force. I want to say he was somewhere in air traffic control, something like that. He was. in and
Oh,
out
okay.
quick.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a situation like yours. Him and his wife were not really getting along, and he kind of just left him with the baby.
I think Tucson was kind of bad for me when it came to wives because I got rid of my first one and my second one both in that town.
Yeah.
The second one, I got to admit, I was drunk when I married her, and I
Mm.
stayed drunk. When I finally sobered up, I realized she was ugly
Oh,
and
wow.
mean. She was ugly on the inside and the outside, and so I
Mm.
like. And then she came to me. She was going through NCO class, and they had to sleep at the barracks. And she came to me and says, "Oh." And this is just before they were supposed to graduate, and they were going to have this
Mhm.
dinner, and I was supposed to escort her. She says, "Well, I slept with two of the guys there," and I said, "Okay,
Oh,
hang on a
wow.
minute." I pick up the phone, call my folks, says, "Get me a plane ticket tonight. I'm headed out."
Mm.
I hung up. And she says, "You're not going to stay here and escort me to dinner?" I said, "Hell no! I told you that was the first thing. Don't cheat on me.
Mhm.
You know, I'm out of here." And I packed my
Yeah.
bags, and it was a good thing because then I met Judy, and I've had 43 years of the best time of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, boy, that second one, she just. I see
Hey,
pictures of her
Lloyd.
now, and I thought I had to have been drunk to marry that woman. She was so damned
Mm.
ugly. Oh my God! I mean, I'm not
Hey,
handsome,
Lloyd.
but Jesus.
I'll show you the best time when you're shooting pictures. Yeah, you shoot pictures like that, that's the best time.
Yeah, there you go.
Caught him right in the act there. Caught him right in the act.
Yeah, like what's that group?
What's up, Dre?
I'll show you
I
that
haven't
woman.
I haven't seen you for a minute. How you been?
Recovering, TJ. I had a little bit of bout with the gout, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my foot back in operation so I can put a shoe on it.
No, there you go.
See this woman? That's the woman that walked by me after I shot the picture and grabbed me in the crotch and lifted me off the ground. I couldn't walk for about a half hour.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't the one off to her left shoulder.
So
That's a guy.
Well, she was bad enough.
Did she pick you up when you fell or something, Joe?
I was on my tiptoes. No, she just reached over, grabbed me in the crotch, and I was on my tiptoes.
And she was telling him. She was telling him to cough, TJ.
She was measuring him up.
I could not.
Yes, she
I could
was.
not cough. That's how bad it was. And I looked over at Lieutenant Dupree, the lieutenant out there, and I said, "Did you see that?" I said, "She abused me," and she said, "Well, you loved it."
Oh wow!
But that's Mardi Gras. Well, you loved it. Every time now, whenever that was in 2020, 22.
Mhm.
After that, whenever they come by, I get out to the side. I don't go in the middle anymore. I ain't taking the chance.
Yeah.
Dre, are you coming to the meetup this year?
No, TJ, I won't be visiting South Florida.
No.
I'll be in when is it? The first weekend of April?
Yeah, it's like April 7th. April
Okay.
Come in. Yeah.
4th through the 7th.
4th through the 7th. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'll be in Solvang, California. My wife's spring break, so we're going back up to Solvang for a week.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to reschedule it so it's not on spring break because I guarantee you the flights would be cheaper getting in and out of there. Because when we're flying in there, we're getting these flights. It's spring break, so they are that.
Yeah, well, spring break is almost like a 2-month window nowadays. Schools altered
That's
almost
true,
every
yeah.
other week, and so it's almost like from beginning of March to almost mid-April, almost the end of April is spring
Yep.
break time.
Yep.
Depending upon what school you're in or whatever is going on. But my wife's hers rotating. It usually goes from either the mid March to either the end of March in the first week of April. Last year was mid March. This year's it's almost last week of March into the first week of April.
Well,
Some idiot hacked my Walmart account and I got it straightened out. I've been dealing with this Jose Escardo for about 3 weeks now. And he ordered 69 items from Walmart to have them delivered. Fortunately, they canceled them because he didn't have the verification. So I just changed all that. So Now it's got to have almost. I have to punch in about 3 different things before I can even get into my own account now. But
Mhm.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Some people just don't have anything better to do than to like hack into other people's accounts and shit.
Yeah, but
Well-
TJ, there's such a thing as people that are criminals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you a funny story. This the other day, I was going to the doctor, check on my foot, and I got this text message, and the guy was telling me, "Hey, this is I'm about to make a delivery to your house," and I'm like, none of my normal carriers I use text me or whatever about dropping a package off. And then he gave me some weird name, Montgomery something. I asked the guy, I said, this is what I play. I said, I'm unaware of any such deliveries. Never told him, who I was. He's texted to my phone. So he goes back and forth. He says, it's supposed to be a LG something tower. And I said, I checked again. I said, we're not expecting any such delivery. And he said, well, I'll beat it in about 15 minutes. This is what I text back to him, Lloyd. I said, we'll be on camera and be prepared to be challenged. So I made it sound all official. He said, well, is this your address? He gave me some address, Campbell, something Lane. And that's why I didn't even answer back. I just said, wherever you going, dude, good luck with you. Because you're not coming to my house.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I know. And
Well,
I keep
Dre, what a good reply should have been. Okay, because my brother-in-law, the police officer, will meet you in the driveway.
Well, I don't want him. I don't want him to see if he's actually going to show up at my house. I said, be prepared to be challenged. I said, you got fair warning. As far as I haven't told him is even a house, Paul.
Right.
I didn't want him to think he was going to house. I want him to think he was going to a actual facility, some kind of business facility. And that's what I told him. You will be on camera. And I told him, I said, expect to be challenged.
Yeah.
So I want him to. He don't know what kind of challenge it is.
Yeah, he could be going to military installation
Right.
or
Yeah.
or a DOJ.
Kind of government agent. Yeah, or he could be going
It's
to some
almost
kind of
like,
undisclosed law enforcement
Right, law
unknown
enforcement. Yeah.
location. I said,
That-
be
that's
prepared to
almost
be
like-
challenged.
That's almost like Paul getting an email from Hodges, which he thought was saying that he won the lottery or whatever.
Oh,
Oh, I keep getting these. They keep leaving voicemails, and I block the number every time. But
mhm.
well, you're in the process of we're getting ready to process that loan. You need to call us back. And like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or you qualify for, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I'm on the do not call list. That doesn't help it. None of that stuff.
We got a call. We got a call the other day about one of my wife's cousins, or actually an uncle, had been contacted by somebody in California that somebody had died and that we needed information for clearing the estate. And nobody had ever heard of this person.
Right.
And I'm like, ask questions. Well, he's signing up all the cousins and stuff. We need we need everybody in the family to sign off on this. And I was like, you need to ask questions. And we took it to actually my sister-in-law took it to a lawyer that we know, and he goes, oh yeah, this looks crazy, it looks like it should be a scam, but he used to do that type of work all the time. When there was an estate that was an unresolved estate, they have to reach out, and it's like, so some of those scams, or some of those things, they look like scams and they turn out to be legitimate.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I know the biggest thing out here in California, all the people who say you qualify for the renewable energy program, solar panels, or you want to get your house painted or anything, upgrade this and that. I said, no, I got double pane windows, got 32 panels on the roof, I got turf in the backyard. I just got the house painted about 2 years ago. So what else you want me to do?
Yeah, I like we keep on getting things. Hey, solar, you can get solar. There's people in your neighborhood that have solar. You can get solar. We can get solar, and with the grants going, it'll cost you practically nothing. It's like, yeah, you're also going to avoid any insurance that I have on my roof. So go to hell.
Yeah.
I just tell them I got solar. I live in a teepee.
I live in a teepee.
Can't get more solar than that.
Or a slight breeze comes through and they're scouring the
Yeah.
neighborhoods. Hey, you can get your roof replaced. We'll just report it to your insurance and you can get it replaced. We can, it's like, you don't know what kind of cashback policy I have. You don't know anything about this. You don't know anything about my roof other than the fact that a storm came through earlier.
Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
That I did have, that was, when we had tornado in the area and there's a lot of wind damage and stuff. I actually had the VA call me up and their housing program for adapted housing. They called me up and they said, did you have any damage? I said, no. I said, I didn't have any. I said, I've missed it. And he says, well, just to call us if you do. He says, because you got an extra $95,000 on a grant that you can use on your house. I said, how much? Because I'd already used what I thought was my grant, but that was 40 years ago. And it's apparently they keep increasing. I didn't use it all. And they've just, what I had in there, they've just increased it. Now it's like, God, I could just about have this house rebuilt for that money.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it's like, yeah, well, I'll, if it comes down to that, I'll be calling you. But right now my house is still there. And, and I said, besides, I'd have to actually clean the house if you guys wanted to come out and inspect it. So no, that's all right. Maybe after I do my dishes next year, I'll get it done. I take my, I'm like most old men. I take a bath twice a year and wash my dishes once a year just to,
You take a bath that much?
Well, I probably
no.
not. Probably about once a year.
And he washes the dishes and takes his bath in the same tub.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I do. That's what at that one time a year I need my dishes washed. I just get in the tub with my dishes and we all get clean together. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, I need to run, Paul.
Young Einstein.
You're muted, Paul. All right.
Okay. Bye, Lloyd.
Bye-bye.
See you, Lloyd.
All right. Y'all take care.
That was young Einstein, where he was sitting out on the front porch in a wash tub and pulling out dishes, cleaning dishes while he's taking his bath.
That's like that episode of Seinfeld when Kramer's taking a shower when he's washing the vegetables or whatever, and he's got the damn he put a garbage disposal and where the drain is and everything. That was pretty funny.
Visitors visit.
Paul, here's a picture of my daughter in 2012. And she was in a Mardi Gras parade, right? When she was a senior, right? Now, let me get the picture. Next, this one right here. Now, she's laughing because I took a picture of her. I handed the camera to my boys, right? I said, make sure you get this on, set up a video, do it. They didn't do it, which has got me mad still to this day. But I got right next to her and did the burning while I was going down the street like that with her. And they didn't take the picture. And I'm up there she says, get out. I said, no, I paid for this. Like that, And everybody and all the group, the cheerleaders will just in stitches because I'm marching with her down the street.
Paul's muted.
What?
Yeah, he didn't hear anything you said, Joe. He was trying to show you a picture of his daughter when she was younger.
Yeah, I heard that, but what was the picture?
It was
Her
a
the
picture of his,
cheerleader.
it was a picture of his daughter.
Uniform.
Right here. That was in 2012 when she was in Cabrini as a cheerleader.
Ah.
And like I said, this is on St. Charles Avenue, and I handed the camera to my boys, and I got next to her, and she's cheering, and I'm more like Bernie, Weekends at Bernie. I'm doing the Bernie going down the street with her. And I'm telling the boys, video it, and they wouldn't do it. I'd love to have had that.
Now, there are so many themed entries and stuff down there. I've seen the grandmas in their little chairs, and do they have a Bernie team that just kind of all the guys dress up like Weekend at Bernie's? And
No, the closest to that are the 610 Stompers. I'll show you them.
they really should have a Bernie's marching group.
This is the closest you get. That's the 610 Stompers right there.
No,
And it's ordinary guys with extraordinary moves, they call them.
yep. You need to start a group of guys that just dress up in their little tracksuits and sunglasses and
Yeah, those.
sunglasses, mustaches, and tracksuits, and just walk down and just follow the music. That
Then
was
you
a
got this
really
group here.
horrible sequel.
That's the Pussyfooters. You get a whole bunch of different things, different groups.
Whoa, look at all those doom buggies.
Wait. Right there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Why would you have all those doom buggies and have them all look the same? There's no character.
Well, that's one of
I
the
know.
groups
I know.
like this is the Shriners, you know.
I know.
The other one was Fairhead Grotto.
Funny.
Are those all the same model of doom buggy?
Everything's the same. And they always keep them all exact.
I was trying to figure out. Those weren't Myers Makes, were they?
I couldn't tell you. I don't see any brand on them either.
Open the picture again.
Go find it.
Heart attack! Heart attack! He's on fire!
Oh, those might be.
I
It's the
couldn't tell you.
rear wheel well does not look right to me, but it could be just because the side pods are throwing me off.
Yeah. It probably modifies them kind of way.
Hard to modify fiberglass.
Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Yeah! DJ!
I'll be done.
Watch him. He's gonna pop a vein. Watch. Breathe, TJ, breathe.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty
That was
good.
good, huh? Pretty good, yeah.
Hey, TJ, was it pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's funny right there.
Hey, Donald, you know who Pete Fountain is?
Who what?
Pete Fountain. You know who he is?
Nope.
Or who he was. He a clarinet player from New Orleans, big jazz player, right? When I was in junior high school, I played clarinet with another guy, George Silas. We played clarinet. And we had a song we played called Clarinet on the Town, right? And when we had the concert for everybody, we were going to do, it was like a dueling banjos clarinet song. And he said, Contos, the band director, said, no matter what happens, just keep playing. Y'all know the song. No matter what happens, just keep playing. So we start playing it, and when we start getting into the back and forth, we hear a third one come in when we're both playing. And we kind of looked at each other. We keep playing. It was Pete Fountain walking down the aisle playing his clarinet, and he got up there and finished the song with us, right? So every time I would see him at Mardi Gras, he whatever he was doing, he'd make sure he looked directly eye to eye with me. This is the guy right here. He made sure he went eye to eye with me, right?
That's pretty good.
And then he'd acknowledge me. Now, if you notice, you see the mouthpiece he's got? That's crystal. A crystal mouthpiece. I told him we were talking one day about the thing. I said, one of these days, I got to get one of them mouthpieces from you. Like that. He reached over in his bag and handed me one. I said, you've got to be kidding me.
That's pretty good.
If I knew it would have been that easy, I would have asked for it years earlier, you know? But it's crystal glass. The only thing, I don't like the way it feels.
Ooh. Oh goodness.
Whoops.
Oh me. What are you making now, Don?
I am. My wife brought back. She was down in San Antonio. She brought back some.
Some more silly things for you to put googly eyes on?
No, ball moss.
Oh, what are ball?
Ball moss is a type of Tillandsia type of air plant, and it grows down in the southern United States.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of like how Spanish moss grows, but a little chunk of it fell off, and I'm not sure how. I'm hoping that's going to live, and because it's inside, it's kind of dry in here, and once spring gets it, once weather starts getting nicer, it'll go outside where it can get rain and outside air. But I have a small chunk of it that had fallen off that I am keeping in a high humidity dome. Made out of a solo cup.
You know what you should do is like just get like a little bit of that and add it to the little stick, put it like on top of his head for like a little, like 2 or 3 strands of hair or something. that would be pretty funny.
That would mean I would have to continue taking care of it, and it would be very delicate, and it wouldn't be a little pocket toy, would it?
Well, I don't know. Just kind of thought I'd throw an idea about like some hair or something for you, or maybe like put like some glue some like little like some feathers or something on like for some hair. I don't know.
Well, that kind of negates the purpose of it being so stupid. Here's the thing: it is a stupid little idea. Grab a stick and put some googly eyes on it. It is so stupid.
Yeah, but it's funny at the same time. I like it. It's funny and stupid at the same time.
And here's the thing: people are like,
I think it's great.
But it's stupid.
It's great, funny, and stupid, all in compacted into one thing. I like when you were describing it, like he was confused when he got onto a tour bus or something. That was great.
Yeah, that's the original guy right there. And for years, he just said he's on a little coat hanger, so he would stand up behind. I stuck him. What was he stuck in on the backside? Anyway, it made him stand up over the monitor, so he'd be peeking over my monitor at me
Oh.
all the time.
That's funny.
And yeah, he just looks like he's confused, like he doesn't know. He's a stick. He's supposed to be out in the woods.
Yeah.
Wherever he's at, he's out of place. He doesn't belong wherever he's at.
Yeah. I liked it. Just you holding it and like twirling it around just makes me laugh. That's pretty good. He's like,
Right. It's so stupid.
yeah.
And was it you that said I need to come up with a voice for him?
Yeah, I think yeah, you should come up with
He
a
doesn't
voice.
need a voice. He doesn't have a mouth.
Or just like, I
He
don't know.
doesn't have a mouth.
Yeah.
He's a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's funnier because he can't talk. He can't express himself. He's lost. He can't ask questions. He's just,
Yeah.
how did I get
How did
here?
I get here? That's funny.
I'll be going on vacation again this probably June or so. And so he'll have some pictures at the beach, and
Oh, nice. I'm like, what am I doing here at the beach?
it's great. You take a little piece of poster tack.
You see this
Little
picture,
stick,
Donald?
yeah.
That's my son, and that's a random woman from the crowd, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you another picture of random woman. Okay, we're at the parade waiting for this parade to come through. Okay, so we're waiting for this parade to come through, and there's a parade going on, and I'm noticing that every time the floats are coming by, because I used to keep an eye on the kids. They were in the barricaded area that police would put them in, but I'd always glance over and make sure they were okay. I'm glanced over and I'm noticing that Justin's turning around. He's not looking at the floats. After about the third time I glance back, the woman's standing behind him going like this to the floats. So he doesn't the hell with the floats. So he turned around watching the woman.
Well, he's not stupid.
Oh, he wasn't stupid, but it was funny. He kept looking back at her the whole parade, right? So at the end of the parade, she goes, "Can I take a picture with him?" Like that. Yeah, come on. He'll love this one. You know, but the police walked over and said, "Stop it." Like that. Stop it right here. Go down the street and do it. Stop it right here. You know, it was all family. But I tell you what, when I started looking back, I should have took a picture.
I say F the police.
I had one of them next to me. Now we all family there. This is when the kids were real young, and there was one standing next to me for the Endymion parade. I wasn't shooting pictures. I was at the parade, and she arguing with my sister-in-law over some beads, and my sister-in-law, he threw them to me. She said, "No." She said, "Why would she throw them to you over me?" She says, "I did this," and lifted her shirt, right? And we didn't realize that Johnny, that was about 16 years old, was checking her out too, the whole parade. We didn't pay attention. She's right next to us. So she turns around, and she looks at me, she goes, "You look familiar." And my wife's on the other side of me, right? She says, "You look familiar." I said, "You actually do too." Like this. And I realized she was a nurse. While I worked DMS, she was a nurse at Tulane Medical Center, right? I said, "That's where they're from, the ER," like that. So we're talking, and she keeps lifting the shirt, right? So my sister-in-law says, "We got kids up here. Stop." She goes, "They can't see it because got my back to them, right?" So the police officer walks over and said, "Please stop," like this. She goes, she picks up, shows the police officer, she goes, "What? I just had them done. They're new." Like that. Police officer says to her, "Well, it doesn't matter if they're new or not. It depends on how they feel." like this. She turns sideways to me and she goes, "Well, I know him. You check it out and tell me how they feel." I said, "Oh, hell no." Like this. My wife said, "I dare you to." No, not touching nothing.
I triple dog dare you.
I wouldn't that. That wasn't even a loaded question. Wasn't even a trick question.
If she said triple dog, then you would have had to do it.
No, no.
Oh,
Pick your battles.
if my wife said, "I dare you," I'd be like, "Okay."
Okay. Here goes
And I would
nothing.
maintain eye contact the entire time. Actually, I wouldn't. Could. She would dare me because she knows how embarrassed I'd be anyway, just them being out.
Yeah, I would have been embarrassed because my kids were there, you know? Now, a couple
It's
of
just-
weeks later at the ER, I found out they did feel good. They feel good, you know? But
I've never even been to a strip club.
I've been to like a couple.
It would make me uncomfortable. But TJ, if you
made
make
me
yourself
uncomfortable.
if you make yourself a little stick, you can't be called Ricky. If you make yourself your own little stick, put a little bit of poster tack in your little container.
Yeah.
That way, wherever you're at, he's got a place to stand. He don't fall over in the wind.
There you go.
He's a lot easier.
I would have to think of another name. Maybe like Stanley or something. Stanley the Stick.
Sure.
And I actually thought about getting, when Dan was on here yesterday talking about like a little stick figure like person on my finger and like
Yeah.
watching fly. Woo! Oh. Yay! Oh no!
now, you remember around Christmas time, we were talking about the song All I Want for Christmas Is You?
Oh, yeah.
And we were they were saying, I told y'all Vince Vance wrote the original. This is Vince Vance. This is the guy. Right here. That's Vince Vance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's the guy that wrote the song originally in New York City, looking out the window. I think it was Christmas Eve. He wrote it. It took him like 20 minutes to write it.
He looks like a little troll doll.
Yeah, that's his signature. His hair is only in the back because he's lost it all up here. So he every time you see him, his hair's up like that.
That's awesome.
That's his thing, you know.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm looking through all the old Mardi Gras pictures. It's making me want to shoot Mardi Gras this year.
As I said, Don, Joe, if you don't attend Mardi Gras this year, we're going to come over and kick your ass the first time you actually go ahead and say, I should have gone.
Yeah. I'm not going to go to a Taylor Swift concert. Oh, I should have gone. I should have gone.
Now, I don't care about that one still. That one don't bother me as much.
But you could still complain about it.
I'm definitely going.
Listen to you complain.
I'll definitely be there next Saturday and next Sunday. But that's major days.
Oh, it's only a little bit of
Did you
snow.
guys see that?
Why you got Homeland Security there?
What are they doing just standing there?
They're smoking a joint.
Oh, really? Oh, that's hilarious.
But they just parked in front of your house and they're smoking a joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, the police show up.
Like, dude, we're so high, man. Oh my God, it's cold out here.
I was driving down the street. I had to stop because I got high.
I was driving down the street because I got high.
And I got high.
Because I got high.
I said hi to everyone I meet because they like to get high.
Well, I know what it is. You know why they're there, Paul?
Why?
Because what they want to do is they want to get some of them squirrels because they're hungry.
We
Yeah,
want
yeah.
we want some more of the squirrel treats because we got
No,
high.
they don't want the squirrel treats. They want the squirrels for kind of have squirrel fatigue.
Hey
Oh,
Paul,
you
you
don't know
should
who
send
they
your
are?
drone. You said you should send your drone out there after them.
Look like
Send
they're
the
doing a
flip.
selfie. Look.
Well, we're high, man. Wow.
So you have no idea who they are?
No.
Set the flip up and send it out.
Maybe they need directions. Maybe they're looking for something.
Yeah.
Maybe the cord broke down.
I'm calling my tenant upstairs.
No, that's really coming down out there.
I hope
too.
that's not her.
Might be her.
Mm.
Hey, Paul, what's up?
Hey, wait, who are the people out in my driveway?
That's me and my friend Brandon.
Okay, because I got a call from a neighbor wanting to know who that was out in the driveway smoking a joint.
Oh shit. It's just me, guys. I live here.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that answered our question, didn't it?
Yep.
It wasn't my
Roll up with the
question.
police.
Don't include me in your nosiness. Wasn't my question.
Well, I told her Don wanted to know.
Yeah. You
Oh,
said
so-
neighbor.
so
I ain't your
so
neighbor.
That's your tenant right there, and her son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Time is it? 11 o'clock. Oh, I need to look at.
Are you gonna make some kind of like spray mixture to put in the bottle?
No, that's distilled water.
You know what you can do. 'Cause I saw this on the internet.
Actually, reverse
and,
osmosis water.
Why is it reverse osmosis, like reverse?
Because that's what it is. There's a membrane and osmosis. How does that work? I looked up once on how it worked.
From Brandon.
Osmosis is where something passes through a membrane or
How are you?
absorbs
She
basically.
scratched me.
It goes
Oh, no.
from like a high solution to a low solution.
Yeah. Kevin's bad because that's that.
And
Aw.
there is
He's a hyper one, huh? Little
is
hyper
because
for ya?
you're taking think is why they call it
Yeah, he
reverse.
definitely
He's
is.
the one who keeps the kids around.
Yeah, so there was something I saw to like like when you touch a mirror or something or whatever, like you're always getting fingerprints on it or whatever, and you always got to wipe the fingerprints off. So what you do is you get a spray bottle and put a little bit of
Bigger.
a little bit of what's that
Windex?
No, you put a little bit of dish soap, some Dawn dish soap, and then you put a little bit of the stuff that you put in your dishwasher, the what the heck is that? Hold on.
Chemical lessons with TJ.
Okay, so
The parade I want to shoot is Saturday in New Orleans, but I got to do the boat parade.
Oh, stop complaining.
Yeah, they have one called the Legion of Mars, and it's a
You put
white
some of
distilled
the
vinegar.
Yeah, white.
yeah, vinegar.
Yeah, I was gonna say skip the dish soap. Just use white distilled vinegar and
And then you put some of this in there,
You can skip that.
and then you fill the rest up with water and just spray it on your.
Yeah, you can skip that. Just use diluted white distilled vinegar and a coffee filter.
Oh, I don't know. They use this in the video, so I was like, oh, well, let me try that.
Yeah,
as
they do
well.
all kinds of shit in videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to sell some other crap with it.
Yeah, the
I've
one
seen
Saturday's
videos where
called.
they have a hole and they throw sunflower seeds in the hole with glue, and then they sand it down, and then they use wood putty. It's like I wouldn't go doing house repair and starting out with sunflower seeds either. I've seen it in videos, and it's stupid.
Yeah.
Wait, if there was like a hole in the wall or
Yeah,
something?
you use eggshells. That's what you use, eggshells.
Oh yeah, eggshells. Yeah.
No, TJ, they actually sell products
Yeah.
for repairing holes in sheetrock.
Mhm.
Yeah, that parade on Saturday is called the Legion of Mars, MARS, and they feature first responders and military
Legion with a G or an S.
with a G.
Okay,
Legion.
because Legions of Mars would be something different.
Yeah, no, Legion. But it's a nice parade. It's big, but they have like all the first responders that with that terrorist attack, they're gonna be on the float and stuff like this. It's historical all the time. They usually put military on and everything.
Right.
But I'll be over here next to the Chafonka River. Hopefully this year it'll have more than 7 boats in the parade. They usually have about 40, and I shot it last year, and there was supposed to be bad weather, so they at the last minute, everything but seven of them bailed out. It makes for a good video. Oh. Well, Paul, I'm a bail.
That's
I'm gonna
noon.
pack it in.
It's noon o'clock.
Yeah.
Noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock.
No, it's
yeah.
only free. It's only
Okay, everybody.
3:35 a.m.
We're gonna call it, are we?
Well, I'm packing it.
Okay.
Y'all
We're
want
gonna
to stay
pack it
on?
in. TJ, you behave yourself.
All right, I will.
Don, I don't need to tell you to behave yourself because you're not gonna. And Trevor, thanks for stopping by. We'll see all of you again later.